hi.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Tuesday morning, and here we are. Good morning, St. Louis. Time to wake up. Time to get up and grab the day by the balls. Let's do this.
Were you doing an impression of that southern cat?
Oh, hi.
He goes, well, hi.
There's
Have
a
you seen
southern
that?
cat?
Oh, my God. Learn. This,
Go on.
This should be the background of your phone or something.
I know.
It's like this. It's this gal. She's walking through the hallway or something. She's just filming. And this orange cat is, doing its thing, like licking its arm or something. And it goes,
I have seen
it
this.
goes, well, hi.
Well, hi.
In a southern accent.
Can you find that, please?
Okay.
Because now we need to hear it.
Well, what's funny? I read a story about the southern accent is disappearing.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that whole southern drawl thing is going to be a thing of the past.
So if you find somebody with a southern accent, love them today.
And it's one generation's fault.
Whose?
Uh-oh.
Let me guess, the millennials.
Nah.
Them damn boomers.
All right, play it. Oh, I got to do it. Play it again.
This cat.
It's a cute little
So
cat
cute.
doing
It sucks like I got a refrigerator from the 60s.
Well, hi.
Well, hi.
Loud.
I mean, think of some of the more famous southern accents.
Paula Deen comes to
Paula
mind.
Deen. Put a little butter on it, baby.
Put a little butter on it.
Matthew McConaughey.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh, darn it.
I do declare.
What do you mean it's disappearing? Not where I'm going. I was at a rodeo over the weekend. That accent's not
A
disappearing.
rodeo where?
In Eureka.
Down in the south.
At Brookdale Farms, they had a balloon. They had a balloon glow and a rodeo, and that accent is around.
That's a draw. The
Yeah,
Missouri
but
draw,
is
or-
it honestly? Are they playing it up? Because we got
No.
the rodeo going on.
No, we
We got a rodeo going on. Really got to southern it up.
Scott's right. It's like a Missouri.
Yeah, there's a Missouri draw. The small towns, especially even in Shelbina, there's that draw that folks have.
Drawl.
Missouri.
Yeah, it's
Missouri
different.
drawl.
It's different than the one in Alabama that we experience when we go down there. But it's alive and well. I don't know where you're getting your
Reese
stats, boy.
Witherspoon,
Well, hi. That's
Renee
what I said.
Zellweger. These are all, actors,
Zellweger.
actresses with famous southern drawls.
What?
Renee Zellweger, really?
I never heard that.
I can't imagine her voice.
Am I just making that up? Maybe. Maybe I am.
Hey.
I don't know.
She was in a movie once with them.
There is new research that suggests that the southern accent is dying out among younger people, with Generation X particularly to blame.
Well, they had to get us for something.
Yeah. Fine, we'll take this one. We'll take the L on this one, guys. Scientists observed the most notable change between baby boomers and those born between 65 and 82 when the accent fell off a cliff. And they looked specifically at Georgia. Wouldn't you say Georgia has
Georgia's got the heavy.
Georgia's got like the heavy.
Yeah,
But it's also a massive
Georgia.
melting pot now.
Yeah, not as much as Atlanta. Atlanta is so big and so diverse that that's probably skewing things. If they're looking at Georgia for just the southern accent, well, yes, I can understand how the stats are going to go
Then
the
you
way
go
you're
to Mayberry, see what's going on there.
The research author said, we found that here in Georgia, white English speakers' accents have been shifting away from the traditional Southern pronunciation for the last couple generations. Today's college students don't sound like their parents who didn't sound like their own parents. And they said, we had been listening to hundreds of hours of speech recorded in Georgia, and we noticed that older speakers often had a thick Southern drawl, while current college students did not.
Well, and I don't know where the stats are here, but I bet you, as far as the boomer generation goes, a lot of the folks that were going to college in Atlanta were from Georgia. And right now, there's some big colleges in Atlanta in that area where people are not from Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot more people that are going there for business, for school, for college.
They were saying we were surprised to see how rapidly the Southern accent drops away, starting with Generation X.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Your Honor, in defense of Generation X, I submit Exhibit A, Bubba Sparks.
Oh, Mr. Trotter.
Yeah, Bubba Sparks had that.
Oh, what was that
That's
song?
our guy.
That's in the
South has always been dirty, but now it's getting ugly. That was like the
Bubba
big.
Sparks. We don't have
Getting
Bubba Sparks in here.
in here, up in here,
Yeah.
up in here.
That's a different song.
So they focused on a couple different words here. So how would a Somebody with a southern drawl pronounced prize. Praz. Praz.
Who's my prize?
French fries.
Praz.
P-R-A-Z.
So now
Praz.
people in Georgia are saying prize instead of praz.
I'm upset.
Or face.
Face. He got it all over his face.
Yeah, there's a capital Y in the
It's
middle of it.
face.
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 Hey,
Face.
hey, get your face out of here.
Face.
You better get your face out of my face.
And now they're saying it face.
Face. Get your face out of my
Face.
face.
Praz.
See, you're from New York. Sometimes my Southern, and I'm sure this is with Rafe too, some of my Southern Illinois comes peeping out. Like when we're talking sometimes, it'll just happen. Some word will just trigger
Well,
it.
what would you say in Southern Illinois that they wouldn't say here in the big city?
In the big city.
It's light.
Here
There's
in the
tails.
big city.
I don't know.
There's tails and extra Y's and vowels.
Yeah.
Just here and there. It's not that heavy, but I know what you're talking
You
about.
did it the other day, Moon. You were
Yeah,
talking about something.
mine pops out.
Yeah.
Mine pops out all the time.
Oh, and there are some definite in Missouri here.
Yeah, depending on the group I'm around, if that's what's going on. I mean, it's a familiar thing. That's how the only way that I got away from it is when I was doing our first record in L.A. and the producer's like, "You got to stop singing with a country accent." And I said, "I don't have an
That's
accent."
not a country accent.
I
It's a Midwestern.
I was like 21 or 22. I was like, I hadn't really plugged my accent yet, and I was like, "I'm not sure what you're saying." He's like, "You got to stop saying it like this. You sound like you're on a horse."
I wouldn't say people in Missouri have a country accent.
And yes, we do,
they
dude.
do.
Southwestern Missouri, for sure.
Yeah, and when you're on the coast doing a record,
I wouldn't
and somebody
consider that
points it out.
country.
Well, they
I would
pointed it out.
consider it Midwestern.
He pointed it out, and he had a point, and that's when I finally started hearing it and trying to like straighten it a bit on some of the recordings.
Country accent, I would say, is the Southern accent.
Yeah, country accents also, in Missouri at least, they drop S's when you need one and they add S's when you don't need it at the end of a word.
Or they throw an R in somewhere, like Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
what
that makes
is.
sense.
What?
I'll tell you what though, down at the at that Brookdale Farms rodeo, man, it brought everything back because it was barrel racing and there was bull riding. I never did bulls, but Scott and I did barrel racing. We did pole, we did keyhole, we did phone book, we did like all the fun horse show stuff. And man, I was so stoked to see it. I was showing my kids. I was like, guys, this is what I did when I was your age. I was flying through on horses, trying to stay on clover and barrels. It was awesome, man. And I'm telling you, that accent was all around me.
It's still alive and well in that area.
It's a good one. Somebody brought up oil.
Oil.
Oh.
I mean, listen to Scott sometimes when he says tour, he'll say like tour.
Tour.
You're very country on very specific words every once in a while.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
we're on tour.
Yeah.
I like oil.
It's all. It's only vowels.
Yep.
All.
Why the adding R's in certain words? That I don't understand.
Yeah.
Washington.
I don't know.
That's a big one.
Because my family, they're all, they love Washington, D.C.
Why?
I don't know. But I remember as a child, we'd go to church and, during worship, I'd ask my mom if she was on a warship. I mean, what? Washington? A waship. There we go. Yeah. I was like, are you going to waship today? Did you go to Washington? Yeah.
Somebody brought up Riz, how you say tournament.
People give me crap for it. I say tournament.
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 And I like that.
Yeah,
Because
that
it's the
sounds
correct way of
legit.
saying it.
Hi.
Tournament.
I
Welcome
can't
to the
bring
tournament.
myself to say tournament.
Yeah,
Tournament.
mine's T-U-R-N.
It doesn't
Tournament.
sound right. Tournament.
Tournament.
I go to the tournament.
Tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
You say tournament like
T-U-R-N.
T-O-R-E.
Tournament.
Like you tore something.
Going to the hockey tournament.
The tournament.
That's very weird.
Listen, it's just the way I speak, okay?
Okay.
But the Southern accent is going away, and good riddance.
Bye.
No. We got to save it.
No.
Never.
Bah!
It'll be here.
It's going away. And it's Generation X's fault.
I'm bringing it back.
Listen to WIL. We'll see if it's going away.
Is there
or not.
anything more soothing than like the hospitality sounds of
Y'all.
a woman of a certain age with a country drawl?
No.
I don't know.
You can say
There
anything.
is something comforting about a Southern lady who's a waitress.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what can I get
Just
for you,
that.
baby?
Just that.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, when
I
they
feel
start
like the food
babying
here is
you
good, and it's going to stick to my ribs.
and
Yeah.
darling in you, I'm just like, yeah, I'm in the right place.
Yes, I will
like
take
this.
the biscuits and gravy.
You want some extra
The what?
butter on a pancake?
Biscuits and gravy.
You said
Gravy.
I tried to throw a Southern accent.
Well,
in
there's
there.
different.
Somebody reset me.
There's also there's the air. I feel like the one that's really disappearing is like the Southern aristocrat. You know what I mean? Like there's different.
I
You
do
mean,
declare.
yeah, I do declare.
The other Doc Holliday. I beg your pardon, sir. You're out of order. That guy, the Southern judge. Like, if I ever have to go to court, I hope it's in the South, and I hope I get that guy.
It's
Oh,
like
we are Southern gentlemen.
the SNL skit.
Yes, sir, you, sir.
Main justice.
Main swamp justice. This alligator gonna tell you.
Yes, sir. Who is it? Jamie Foxx that's in that
The bailiff
skit?
is an alligator.
Yeah. That's so
Love
Well, bye.
Bye.
Southern accent.
it. It'll be back.
Also, I want to say Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
Now, I do
Aaron
declare
Nathaniel Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I sat down and I watched pretty much all of the Monday Night Football pregame stuff. The kids were out at their activities. My wife was sitting on her laptop on the couch. The dogs were quiet. And I was locked into Monday Night Football. Are you ready for some football? This guy was on a Monday.
Yeah.
And I watched all the pregame stuff, and I watched Aaron. It was all about Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's why they made, week one, the marquee matchup. Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets and the Bills. And, man, the hype. Oh, the hype. And anybody watched this, you saw that John McEnroe, the tennis legend, interviewed Aaron Rodgers right before kickoff.
What's he got any business being there?
Well, it was, John McEnroe's a big Jets fan.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, our savior's here.
Oh.
Our savior.
Saint Aaron Rodgers.
Saint Aaron Rodgers is here in the building. And basically the interview kind of turned around where Aaron Rodgers was almost preaching to John McEnroe. Like, hey, I've manifested. I'm all about manifesting a championship for the New York Jets. Like, it all starts now.
This is what Aaron Rodgers is saying.
Aaron Rodgers is talking about manifesting a championship.
Does he still have long hair? I'm just trying to visualize.
No.
Okay. Back.
Sweet mustache. He's all about visualizing. Remember, before he decided to go to New York, he went off the grid for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Probably in some kind of ayahuasca hut. Was in the mountains of Peru, wherever the hell he was, to pray or whatever he did. Take a psychedelics.
I'm supportive.
Well, when he was talking about visualizing and manifesting, I actually saw my wife peer over her computer.
Right.
And said, "Oh,
This is the only thing I'm paying attention
I'm
to.
all about this too."
Right. He also has crystals.
And she says, "See, look, when we are driving in a crowded parking lot, my wife, who's the parking space queen, will visualize a parking spot, and oh my God, Moon,
Yes, sir.
I swear, parking spots open up.
See?
I don't know how it works. She's manifesting parking spots. Aaron Rodgers, manifesting championships.
Yes.
And just like that.
Bring the Lombardi Trophy to New York. I mean, it's a
bring it out.
foregone conclusion. Lot of hype. Lot of hype.
How'd it go?
4 plays in, Aaron Rodgers snaps his ACL out for the season.
Oh, no. That's all right. I was manifesting this as well. I need to rest.
4 plays.
Did he manifest?
Or his Achilles. What did I say?
Achilles.
ACL.
Isn't that the
That's
same
your
thing?
knee.
Oh, okay. His
That's your
Achilles. Sorry.
We're not doctors
I'm not a
on this
doctor.
show.
And,
That's okay.
I'm
Trying
not
to
a
prevent
doctor.
all the emails.
I'm not a doctor.
Have you read that it's confirmed? Because I've heard that they're
It's-
concerned
It's
about the
pretty much a
Achilles.
foregone conclusion, pending today's MRI. Well, here was the Jets coach. And by the way, the Jets won in a thriller last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
'Cause of a-
manifested the championship, but did he manifest who was going to be the quarterback?
Because of a backup QB who's a badass, by the way. I've been watching this Hard Knocks
Right.
thing. I'm so in. I love this guy.
A huge upset last night.
And a rookie that is awesome. Is awesome. Gibson.
Gip.
Zach Wilson.
The backup quarterback, Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson is the
No.
backup quarterback.
I know, and and I said and a rookie, Gibson.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You should have heard the stadium when he went down. He was sacked, and he could have heard a pin drop. It was and they carted him. They had to cart him off the sideline.
Were there amethysts on the cart?
Honestly, it was very Trent Green. It was very Trent Green.
And,
do you remember? I mean, you weren't here, but like, do you guys remember when the Rams were here and we were like, we might have a chance this year. Trent Green's going to rule. And in preseason, the guy tore something. It was over. We're like, oh, it's over. Here comes Kurt Warner.
All right, so he tore his Achilles, and you could. He was slow to get up, and then he limped off. It was, but the Jets won in a thrill last night. It was a punt return for the win, big upset. You'd think they're celebrating. Here's the Jets coach after the game.
All right, I'll deal with the quarterback real quick. Concerned with his Achilles. MRI is probably going to confirm what we think is already going to happen. So prayers tonight, but it's not good.
How do you process your emotions right now? Obviously, a great win for you guys, but the Aaron injury.
That part sucks. I'm going to enjoy this win. Winning in the NFL is hard, regardless of who the quarterback is. Personally, I don't hurt for me. I don't hurt for our locker room. I hurt for Aaron and how much he's invested in all of this. So I'm still going to say a prayer. I'm still going to hold out hope. But my heart's with Aaron right now and nowhere else.
And coaches like to be optimistic.
Yeah. Boost.
This was nothing. This was not in no way optimistic at all. They know.
I know that the Hard Knocks thing is just to get the NFL hook deeper and deeper in my throat. But you watch that?
I haven't watched the season.
It works.
So
I love that crap.
Where's your Achilles? Because he's had calf problems.
Achilles is here. Attaches your heel to your calf. Right
okay,
here.
so he's had calf. The guy's 39 years old. He's the oldest guy in the league.
And that's a bummer of a one if you tear that. Like that is.
You gotta have
serious.
surgery sometimes.
Oh yes.
And you're out for months.
You're out for the season. He's done.
It's gone.
He's done?
If it's an Achilles tear, he's gone for the season for sure.
That's it.
I'm no doctor.
That's it.
Man, fantasy football.
That's probably I don't know. There's a high probability that's the end of his career. What? Also, at 39, coming back from a major Achilles rupture, he could.
What was the deal?
Tom Brady played till he was 45, but
what was the deal they gave him? I don't remember the deal at all. Like what was guaranteed?
I think it was 2 years, maybe 3.
And is it one of those things where he's getting paid no matter what?
$75 million in fully guaranteed money over this season and next.
Hey, didn't this
2-year deal?
And didn't this happen similarly? Something with like a veteran quarterback, and he got hurt, and he said, you know what, you're not going to pay me. If I'm not playing, you're not going to pay me.
$75 million.
What idiot would say that?
You mean what? Like what?
5 snaps.
Man of honor.
Let's do them.
What idiot would say that?
$75 million guaranteed. He took 5 snaps.
4 snaps, I think, right? Or was it on the 5th?
His Achilles.
Is that the best payday ever?
I don't know.
He's going to be doing all sorts of mushrooms just laid out.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, he played a preseason game, man.
Well, that's it for that.
And starred in an HBO series.
Well, and as far as our Riz Show Fastlane Pickem Challenge, we'd all switched to the Jets, hoping maybe the Fastlane guys would not change any of their picks. Jamie Rivers last night, last minute, changed his Bills pick to the Jets, and we wound up losing by 1 point.
By 1.
Lost by 1. It's okay.
Good,
hey,
good fight.
17 weeks to go. We're good.
Good fight. You know the drama. There's still drama over there. You know what their drama is?
What?
Marsh was not doing well. Kerry Davis lost.
So they got to shoot Kerry Davis with the airsoft gun?
Marsh came up. They tied. So Marsh's pick put him up 9. Kerry Davis has 9, and it ranks Kerry Davis last.
Oof.
I don't know if it was the point tiebreaker that did it or something, but Kerry Davis is being shot.
What are we doing?
I wouldn't want to do it.
No, who gets to do that?
Guy.
Who has to do that?
I'll do it.
I don't know.
You'll do it?
Sure.
To Kerry?
To shoot Kerry Davis?
Why not?
I hope he's wearing
I know
thick
I'm getting one
jeans
today.
You're getting one today.
So why not dole one out?
I hope he's wearing thick jeans for sure.
Do you guys want to shoot each other?
What? No.
What?
No, that's.
Oh,
up to
you
them.
mean
They
him
got
and
their
Kerry?
own.
No,
Yeah.
they got their own thing going on.
No, I want to shoot him.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll take pleasure.
No, remember you hate it.
I love being the shooter
You've
for you
forgotten
guys.
your narrative?
Yeah, you said
hate
you
shooting
hated it.
people.
I love shooting you guys, not Kerry Davis.
I wouldn't shoot Kerry Davis.
I don't love
no way.
shooting Lern. That makes me uncomfortable.
Well,
That's very sweet of him.
That's very nice.
But I'll do it for the
Very-
sake of
do
it.
it.
I'll do
Very
it.
sweet of him.
All asses are equal on this show.
That's right. Thank you, Lern.
You're welcome.
That's nice.
Actually, you should be thanking me because didn't you guys do this bare ass last?
Underwear. Underwear.
We used
out.
to do it underwear. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You don't have to do
Which
it
we
anymore.
never talked about that.
Yeah. I'm very thankful that I have a gene now.
See.
Yeah.
An extra layer. Now, the only reason we ever did a bare ass is because I forgot my picks over a holiday break, and when it stacked up, I was owed
You
15
volunteered, yeah, you
shots, and I was like,
volunteered.
yo, what about bare ass? Like 3 shots.
Yeah, you volunteered.
So we reduced the sentence to 3 shots bare ass, and those marks.
Wait, you can reduce this sentence?
No. We're
That
not.
was
We're
a
not getting into
one-time
that
thing,
thing.
like
We're not.
8
We're not
years
getting
ago.
into that.
Okay, it
We're
was a
not doing
different
that.
world. It was a
We're not
different
doing
world
that.
back then.
We're not doing that.
But those marks, I had like Orion's belt on my booty for like at least 4 months.
The Little Dipper.
Yeah, that one hole there.
What?
Nothing. I just was looking on Twitter and it showed someone had a thing up. It was like they zoomed in on Aaron Rodgers' ankle. And they're like, you can see the Achilles pop.
Oh, in slow mo.
no.
You can kind of see
No,
it.
you can see
Nah.
a bundle.
Couldn't see it last night, but you can see it in this one.
Oh,
Well,
Like,
you know
no.
the look on his face as he was walking off the field. He
He
knew.
knew.
Well, it was
knew.
one of those things like his foot was like this, and then you can see a pop in his calf, and his foot goes flat.
Now people go back from that. I mean, come back from that. David
But not
Beckham did that.
quickly, right?
David Beckham did that just standing on a field. I want to say when he played for Milan.
I mean, if it's not a tear,
Yeah, well, I don't know. Some people are blaming it on the turf.
yeah, a lot of people do not like the turf. That was the first.
Well, and I saw somebody tweet out like, "Hey, I guess the World Cup is coming to MetLife Stadium down there," and like, "Well, you guys will tear up the turf and put regular grass in for football for soccer,
Yeah, they would
but
never.
not for. You won't do that for football,
regular season NFL?
regular season football.
Well, it was a waning crescent moon last night too, which
Well,
probably
that-
didn't
yeah.
play well.
Okay,
I'm just saying, if he's into all that stuff,
okay, so
not the best day to be.
No, I know
starting
you're
a
into your
game.
crystals and your manifestations and your visualizations. I get it. That's fine.
That's how I do my NFL picks.
We're all weird.
Well, you did quite
We're
well.
we're all weird in our own ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of making a list of weird things that I do
Okay.
that maybe they're not so weird. Maybe they're not so weird. Maybe some other people share the weirdness with me.
Go.
And if
tell us.
enough people do this, it's not weird. Okay. Do you ever bump into something and say, ouch, even though it didn't hurt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on the chat saying, "Hey, man, this is a safe haven for weirdos." This
I
is
know.
what
I
we have
know.
created.
And we welcome all weirdos, which is fine.
Oh my gosh, this is great too. My son yesterday in the kitchen said the funniest thing I have heard in months. He goes, "Yeah, so I was we were playing volleyball in gym, and I did this, and I just realized I'm the weird kid." And I said, "Why do you think that?" And he goes, "Because the weird kid today told me that I am the weird kid."
Yeah.
I said,
Hierarchy
"Really?"
is
Yeah.
set.
Yeah, he goes, "The weird kid in school told me today that I am the weird kid."
I'll wear it like a badge of honor.
That's what I said. I said, "Man, that's pretty sweet." And he goes, "Yeah, actually, I think that's kind of cool."
When you have to spell the word Wednesday, do you sound it out in your head as Wednesday?
No.
Every time.
Every time.
Yep.
Thank you, Moon. Psh, fist bump.
Yeah. Wasn't
Not
it?
you. Not you. Thank you, Scott.
Yes.
I do not.
I almost visualized it. You know, there was like a car commercial where they had like the letters or something like that, kind of in front. You know, on the commercial. It's hard to explain, but like 3D, and then the car would bump through the letters. Mm-hmm. That's how I visualize it. Like that commercial kind of ran. That's how my brain works. Yeah, like I see the word pop up like this, and then I kind of bump through it. Wednesday.
When you pee and it's totally clear, do you ever feel proud of yourself for being hydrated?
Yes, all the time.
Every time.
Every time.
Go.
Every
Slow
time.
clap.
Look at me. Hydrated. Now, unless it's I drink 7 beers. Okay.
Hey,
We really can't safely clap in that moment.
Right.
But
If
I know what you're saying.
I'm not drinking beer or anything that day and I pee clear. All right.
yeah, me
look
too.
at me. All right.
Pat on the back.
Doing okay
Pat on the
today.
back. All right, guys. Everybody feels that way?
Do you shame yourself when it's like neon yellow?
Yes.
Yeah, same.
You're embarrassed?
Yes. I'm embarrassed for yes. Okay. Are you ever driving behind the same car for a really long time? Then they take an exit and you feel kind of sad they're gone. Like you almost formed a bond.
Yeah. Yes.
Never thought about that.
I always do.
I always
If
feel
I'm-
like we're in a team.
What was that
We're
one?
conquering.
So if you're on a road trip,
Yeah.
okay, and you're driving behind the same car for a really long time, and they take an exit, and you feel kind of like sad they're gone. Like
No, I'm happy
like
to have
we were
the
a
road back.
team. We were a team for for 40 miles. Like we formed some kind of bond.
Were you drafting on them? Like the person that's going like the speed you want to go, but you know they're going to get clipped first?
Yes. Yeah. And we changed lanes at the same time. We'd go around cars at the same time.
Yep. If the car's in the fast lane but going slow, you both pass it.
I feel like we got a thing going on.
Great, man.
Pick up a little fake CB.
Breaker
Pretend like you're
19.
talking to them.
There'd be even times where without even,
I don't like that.
just obviously not discussing anything. I would sometimes get in front. They would sometimes get in front.
For some reason, if it's too long and like you're kind of partnering like that, I feel like we know too much about each other now, and I'd rather
I'm
not.
saying you'll form this weird bond.
Yeah, dude, you ever pass somebody and you're like, you kind of note whatever's on the car. Maybe they got some awesome rooftop tent or something. You're like, interesting, cool. And then you go and then, a couple of hours later you get gas and then you get back on the highway and then you pass them again. And you're like, oh no, this is embarrassing. Here we are again. Here we meet again. Not a fan.
No, you're not a fan.
Not a fan.
Okay, so I do kind of. I don't know why I feel like whenever we're coming back from Chicago or somewhere on 55, this always happens.
55 friends.
Have friends on 55. Okay, how about this one?
Do you ever follow them in?
To their house.
They're getting an exit, and you're like, I still got 3/4 tank, but you know what? Let's top it off.
And then you got to get out. You pull up behind them on the pump, and you feel like you should have a conversation. No, that's never happened.
Try it.
Okay, so when you think,
Did you see that deer back there?
when you think a song or movie is amazing,
Yeah.
but then you show it to someone else, and suddenly feel self-conscious, like it's really not that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
So when you think a song or a movie is amazing, and you got to show it to somebody, and then you finally do, and then suddenly you feel really self-conscious, like, man, it's really not that great.
Or it's
Yeah.
just devastating when they are not into it.
Yeah, that happens with my wife and I because we have such similar tastes. We really do like the same stuff until it's like some of the slappier stuff that's kind of my teen years. So Beavis and Butthead. Remember when Beavis and Butthead came back? You and I were so excited, Riz.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, babe, you want to watch Beavis and Butthead?" And she's like, "Absolutely not." And she goes, "I'll just work in here, and you can do the thing." I didn't watch that for more than 6 minutes, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, can you turn that off or watch that somewhere else?" That's
Yeah.
one of the
Oh,
worst,
I did that.
stupidest things I've ever heard. And I was like, "Bah, no, and I'm losing my mind, like audibly laughing over here." And I was kind of embarrassed to be me for a
Well,
moment.
I did that with the boy. Like, Beavis and Butthead are back. I used to watch this when I was your age, and we sat down and watched it. He hated it, and I got fine. We'll just shut it
Yeah.
off.
Bummer.
But with adults, the last time this happened was I had fully watched the Andy Samberg Pop Star.
Oh yeah.
Never Stop, Never Stopping.
It's great.
And I thought it was the funniest thing. I hit me right. I watched it by myself. I'm like, I must show this
This must be viewed.
to all my
Everyone.
friends.
Right.
And I showed it to a buddy, and I was smiling. Dude, you gotta watch this, man. It's the funniest thing ever. And I was like, it's really not.
That'll do it. Andy Samberg, Lonely Island. That will do it.
It's good. I built it up in my head as to really was more than what it was, and he didn't like it.
Hot Rod's the same way.
Yeah. Wanderlust, too. One of my favorite
that's
comedies
a
of all
great
time.
one.
And I was like, Mom, you and Jerry got to watch this. And I was like, really? And my mom and I have the same sense of humor. She didn't laugh at all. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, that was where we departed.
Yeah, that's where you find out where the goalposts
Yeah.
are. I gave the DVD of Pan's Labyrinth to my brother. I was like, dude, you got to check this movie out. It's pretty sick. It's got this, it's got that. And
a hand guy.
he brought it back. Oh, I think he brought it back a week later, and he just set it down on the counter. And I said, "Oh, cool. What'd you think?" And he goes, "That was the worst movie I've ever seen."
Yeah.
I mean, he flat out said, "He goes, that was the worst movie. I'm not sure I even finished it. It was that bad."
Was it better in theater?
It's
or-
more of the okay, I'm going to show it to you this, and now I'm self-conscious as to like, is it really that good?
Right.
I've
You've
shared.
vouched.
I've shared
You've tethered
zero
yourself
things.
to this art,
Yeah.
and now you've become a vessel for this art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if the art is judged vis-a-vis, you are
judged. Yeah.
I had that happen. Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that's so good.
Love it, but Tina had never seen it, and I'm like, is this one of those John Carpenter, so bad that it's good, movie that exists in a moment in time that if you didn't see it in that moment in time, you don't have that nostalgic connection. Same thing with They Live. I love that movie. I love some of these really bad John Carpenter movies.
Well, you told me, you texted me, said, hey, you and the boy, go watch.
I wanted a second opinion.
Big Trouble in Little China. And we sat down and tried to watch it. It's horrible.
I still
it is
like
in the greatest way. It's so
fun.
It's so ridiculous.
it. Is the Naked Gun of kung fu movies.
And to
that
watch
time.
it with a 15-year-old who's used to like Marvel CGI.
Right.
The CGI was the thing. It's just like, I found myself doing this. The lightning at that time, this was huge. You know what I mean? Like I'm explaining the practical effects.
This is pretty ahead of its time.
This is 86. Keep in mind.
It is ahead of its time.
Is that Lopan in the alley? Is it
Yeah, like the blue lightning coming out.
Stupid.
It was like really bad, but
It's the best, man.
but like I'm transported back to like KPL R11.
Yeah.
I'm 9 years old, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
And it's goofy, and Kurt Russell's
great.
He's a doofus in it. He's like a lovable doofus, and he's great in it. And it's like, she did like it though. She gave it I think she gave it like a 7 out of 10, 7.5.
And mind you, I hadn't seen the movie in 35 years.
Same.
It's
been a long
time
since I saw it.
Probably
start to finish.
Yeah, probably on.
I might have like picked it up, been like, oh, it's on AMC or something, and watched like a part of it.
Yeah. That was one of our tour movies.
I forgot a young Kim Cattrall.
The other one that I showed my wife that she just did not like was what's that one with Taron Egerton and
Kingsman.
Kingsman, thank you.
That was a great movie.
So
the first Kingsman.
No, the
awesome.
first one was great. The second one was total crap. And I saw the first one and loved it. And then the second one came out and it was like featured. You can watch this. And I told my wife about the first one. I was like, the first one is so dope. It was kind of just like this really cool tone, kind of a cool twist on this type of movie. Let's watch the second one together. And both of us, I was embarrassed. Like you said, you get self-conscious. In the first like 8 minutes, I was embarrassed. And I was like, this is not going
What
well.
movie?
The
Kingsman 2. And I still have yet to finish it, but I was embarrassed. And she's like, can we watch something else? And I was like, yeah, gladly.
Okay, here's another one. Things we all do, but kind of don't mention that make us weird. This happened last night when your pet is on your lap and you need to get up. Do you ever try to explain to the pet, like, all right, I have to get a drink?
I'm so sorry.
Every time.
I'll be right back.
I go, don't leave.
Yeah, don't move.
Don't leave.
I'll be right back.
I'm coming back.
Every time.
Every time.
I think Radio gets it. She understands.
I just gotta get a drink. Don't move.
Do your dogs that when you say that to them, do they like whimper or anything? Because Clover, I'll be like, I gotta get up, Bear, because I call her Bear, and she always like does this really kind of sad meow.
No, you have a possessed cat.
She gives you sass.
I do. I love her so much.
Yeah, the dogs get extra cuddly when they know.
I was thinking about your cats last night.
Go, tell me.
As I was drifting off to sleep, my friend posted like a TikTok of all of these dogs that were heroes of 9/11.
Yes.
And it was like, this dog, despite having 2 different types of cancer, this border collie found the last survivor in the rubble of 9/11. I was like, dang. Yeah. It's a statue of a dog. And there's like a golden retriever.
Yes.
The golden retriever is like, he rushed into he was a service dog who actually guided this blind guy down 90 flights of stairs, and he survived 9/11.
I saw that yesterday.
He didn't abandon his dog. And there was another dog that searched through the first dog on the scene.
I can't watch that.
It was on like Good News. I shared if you want to see it, Lern versus Radio. But what Rafe's talking about, this seeing eye dog for this blind guy who was on like the 30th floor, guided him down and like a bunch of people, and this dog like was totally chill about just walking people out of this chaos.
I can't watch that.
Yeah. There was like 15 or 20.
Did you say there's a statue? There's a statue of one of the dogs?
Of several of these dogs.
God.
Statue of this golden retriever. He went in.
Bless them all.
He died saving a firefighter. This other one was like, I don't even know, it was like an Irish setter that they used to like their sense of smell to find people in the rubble. And then we went through about 30 dogs. They're like heroes of 9/11, and then at the end it was like a picture of a cat. It just said, didn't do a goddamn thing. And I go, that's why dogs are better than cats.
It's true. God, I know.
Watched from the windowsill across the street. Uninterested.
I know.
This dust is going to get in my fur.
I know, man.
Man,
Cats are just.
what do you think? 22 years on, all those dogs are gone.
I know. I thought about that too
Yep.
yesterday.
Oh man, Lern, come on.
Come on, I didn't bring it up.
You
You
brought
guys
it
ever
up.
We can't talk. We can't do the show without talking about a dead dog every damn
You guys
day.
ever seen Hachiko? About Hachiko in Japan
The
at
dog
Shibuya
that
Station?
waits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, great films. Like the OG one is good, and there's a Richard Gere one.
That's a dog that waits for its owner at the train station.
No, I
I
can't.
feel like we need to
that.
play Remember
Yo, you
When
gotta
from
watch
Alan
that.
I
Jackson.
can't be dealing with that.
Dude,
Never
it's-
watched Marley and Me.
Oh, you never watched Marley and Me? Oh, we saw that on
I
tour.
dare
No.
you.
No.
Bunch of punk rockers crying.
Again, doesthedogdie.com. What an amazing website for any animal lover.
That's
I can't deal with fictional
I
dog
don't know. Yeah,
death.
call me a puss, but if I know a dog's going to die in a movie, I'm not watching.
Yeah, man. My best friend's like that. She
Fine,
really
you found my
can't
weak
deal.
spot. Jeez.
Oh, yeah? So you haven't seen John Wick?
John Wick.
No, but you know what, though? That's a story of getting revenge because you killed his dog.
I'm just saying, you broke your rule.
I can't even
No.
watch.
Okay, there are exceptions to every rule.
No? Okay.
You can't
Yes,
watch
you're right.
what?
I Am Legend with Will Smith when he has
Oh,
to
man.
choke out his dog.
Oh, my kids, we watched that. My kids are like, show us a scary movie. And like, I showed them Blair Witch, and that went very poorly. So they said, show us a scary movie that's not too scary. And I said,
Right.
okay, cool. Francis Lawrence, I Am Legend. This is great. You guys will love this. That scene happened, and I forgot I forgot about the scene. And I looked over, and
Everybody.
and both girls go, "This is the worst movie
worst.
you have ever."
Okay, I saw
showed
John Wick.
us."
I saw John Wick not knowing that's what happened. Like I saw John Wick in the theater, not knowing that they kill his dog. Yes, upsetting because it was a puppy.
Don't even
They
get me
killed
started.
his puppy. But the whole movie,
Can you believe that?
I can't
the
believe
whole movie is based on him getting revenge for them killing his puppy.
I understand.
Really, the
this.
whole franchise.
Yeah, the
Yes.
entire thing.
Which is
All
That's
four
really-
movies.
That's the only part
All
of the
the-
story. That's a
He
story.
said, "I'm back," and he was back.
The catalyst for, I would say, thousands of on-screen deaths of human life was one murdered puppy.
Yeah, the Game of Thrones guy killed his puppy.
Theon.
Yeah, Theon Greyjoy killed his puppy.
Yeah, never mind the newborns that were slaughtered in the brothel.
Right.
No, we're talking about John Wick.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
No,
Game of
no,
Thrones.
no, no, no.
I was crying the other night because, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, here it comes. When one of the dragons gets killed, I was a
Oh, easy.
Yeah,
Oh.
Easy.
I don't have to see it. I got the whole thing down.
yeah. That's it. That's the
Game
end.
of Thrones.
Man, I hate when a good dragon dies.
We're all weirdos, and we welcome you to the race.
Can you watch the old ones? The original Dead Dogs, the old Yellers, and Where the Red Fern Grows, and movies like that, or are you just out?
Jeez.
Yeah,
You
we
out?
watched. We watched.
When Old Yeller got rabies.
Homeward
Damn,
Bound.
dude.
Yeah, Homeward
Homeward
Bound.
Bound.
Real bummer.
When Clifford the big red dog got run over.
I watched
Shadow.
that very young.
Third grade
I watched
class.
that
We
very
watched
young.
it in class, and I remember like a couple kids leave.
Well, no,
from the class.
we read it. So we read Old Yeller, and it was very descriptive as to, Old Yeller being tied to the tree, if I remember. Right? Didn't they tie him to a tree at the end?
Well, in the movie, he's in like a barn or something. Remember, he's going all rabid in the barn, and he sticks the shotgun through.
I think I don't remember the movie. I remember the book.
I
I
do
believe in the
think he's
book.
tied up to a tree.
I believe in the book they tie him to a tree.
It's
'cause
been a
after
few
he starts
decades.
foaming at the mouth. Old Yeller got rabies.
I think that was one of
Damn.
those where I went home and actually said what we did at school that day. Because, most of them are like, hey, you do anything cool at school? No, man. How was your day? Fine. That day was we watched a movie called Old Yeller, and they killed a dog.
And they let us reenact it.
I'm having difficulties today.
I'm a little sad today.
This is third grade. I didn't sign up for this, Mom and Dad.
Ron in the chat says, my grandpa had one leg amputated and his dog had one leg amputated. The dog would wait outside the store for him. Workers there knew and would bring the dog out treats.
Damn.
How sweet is that? That's real life.
Now, did since Dog Dad is getting his leg amputated, so we got to do the dog?
In solidarity, yeah. They were
they're
doing
a
that
team.
together.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris says, I'm with you guys. I like dogs more than most humans.
See? My people. I love animals,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, me
Like,
too,
it's
man.
sad. Like, it's because, like, at least we can communicate as humans, and, like, we know what's going on in the world. Animals don't know.
I just don't understand the cat hate. Like, I love animals. Like, I
Yeah,
love
I
them
love
all.
animals.
I'm not comparing cats and dogs because they're cats and dogs. They're literally completely different species, bred for completely different reasons,
Right.
serving
we're not
us
gonna
in
get into this.
completely different
We're not
ways.
gonna I don't want to get into this.
Just
Cats
love
are the
animals or
only
don't.
animal
I don't wanna get into this.
domesticated
I love cat talk.
themselves.
Hey, man, love animals or not? You call yourself an animal lover? Yeah. Be cool. Just be cool, man.
What else you got over there?
So should movies
I'll
with
drop a
animal
possum off at your house.
So should movies with animal death have a trigger warning?
No, but
No.
We don't
No.
need everything.
you should.
That's right.
There should be. That's part of
Somebody's saying
cinema.
like, oh, they should have a trigger warning.
But then every movie with drama is going to have a trigger
There's gonna be
warning.
5,000
Actually-
trigger
I
I mean,
warnings.
don't watch movies.
You know what though? Like a Netflix, you know how in the top left corner it'll say like sexual violence or whatever. Something like that's cool. Like
can see that.
animal death or
Animal
animal
murder.
violence.
Next to nudity?
Yeah, next to
nudity.
nudity.
Animal death.
But let's
Suggestive
be,
language.
but let's be clear here. If that's like a real trigger, and murder of humans is not
Right.
Maybe it's not their
Well,
job
they'll
to
say
fix your
violence.
issues.
It'll say violence.
Right. But
Yeah.
but what she's saying, or what some people, what this point is saying, is that shouldn't cover animal things, and
No,
you
because
should
then
put
it's
it
going to be
separately.
there's going to be trigger. There's going to be
and that's what I'm saying.
4 minutes of trigger warnings.
That's what I mean. Like,
That's the trailer. Here's how you're gonna feel. After
Man,
you
I
watch
feel
this.
I feel weird when I see a car get a flat tire. Warning.
Warning.
Car gets flat tire.
Flat tire.
Man honks horn.
Flat tire warning.
Hot guys included.
Hot guy nipples.
Hot guy nipples.
I don't know. I get
Prepare
triggered.
yourself.
Oh man.
we all got something
Hot
to
guy
work
nipple
through.
warning.
We all got something to
You're
work
gonna get
through.
sweaty.
That's on you.
A peanut butter jar.
I don't know.
scene.
Kind of toes skeeved me out. Trigger warning.
Toes.
Toes. Deal with it.
I know it's hard.
It happens.
This content not suitable for all ages. Representation of blade toe may be in material.
Oh, blade toe. I haven't thought about it.
toe.
How is your blade
Maybe
toe?
if I would have known
Still
that
there.
there was a dog death in the John Wick movie, I wouldn't have watched it.
Maybe.
I don't know. But I'm an adult.
DoesTheDogDie.com. There is where your trigger warning is. It'll tell you.
That is a website?
Yes, look it up.
I don't need no trigger warnings. No. Deal with it.
I like surprises.
Anybody here a member of the Mile High Club? Honestly.
No. Nothing sexy
I've been
about
on
a
there.
little toilet.
Do you have to go all the way? How do you get in?
Yeah, that's a
That's a great question.
that's a great question.
Can you look up the how to get in the Mile High Club?
Mile High
Does it have to be full intercourse?
Mile High Club
And does it have to be
rules.
1 mile high?
Rules and regulations.
Thank you.
Is that a website? The
Let's
official rules?
see.
To join the Mile High Club, one must what? I mean, you just have to be in an airplane in the air.
Let's see.
I think Mile High Club is
Okay.
the actual being a mile in the sky
Now,
is not a
it says
requirement.
the term Mile High Club refers to two people engaging in sexual activity, parenthetically, sexual,
Intercourse.
yes, at an altitude of no less than 5,280 feet.
Oh, okay. So, wow.
So you do have to be,
You have to be.
It's like a
that high.
mile.
which is not long. I mean, it takes 2 minutes to get 5,000 feet, if that.
Yeah, I mean, cruising altitude. You know, once you're allowed to move about the cabin,
Yeah, if you're cruising at 30,000, you're fine.
yeah, you're fine. So it's got to be.
Full on.
It says that, I mean, in this definition here, it says all the way.
Okay, so with that being
And by the
the
way,
definition,
they say in this particular article, it says there's an astounding number of crew that has joined this. So don't think it's just
Oh,
the
yeah.
passengers.
oh, yeah. Oh, I have no doubt.
Well, I just never thought about that.
I have no doubt about that.
That'd be like the coolest way to be there. Like you hook up with like one
Getting
of the
paid for it.
attendants that are with you. Yeah.
I assume my pilots are banging. Just for me.
Okay.
Just for me while I'm in the air. I'm
Love that for you.
I know there's a lot of those planes fly themselves.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yo, look
Why
at-
we
look
why
at
we
this.
locking the door now?
Look at this.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of these international flights have shower suites. It says if you're going to do it in a
Oh,
shower.
yeah. I mean,
Oh man.
Look at
those like
This is ridiculous.
what are the
Emirates.
Emirates.
Wow.
One day I'm going to take an Emirates plane and see what that's all about.
Oh, first class in Emirates.
They give you
Ooh.
pajamas.
I've taken some really nice long overseas flights where there's meals and stuff. Never have I seen a shower spa. I've seen larger bathrooms. I've seen the beds.
Or like the
those
pod, like the
eggs.
first class pods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, now that you know the definition of Mile High Club, Scott, does yours count?
I guess not. Because you said it takes about 5 minutes to get up there, so yeah, no. I didn't
5
reach.
minutes, huh? There's
Is that what you
pills for
said?
that.
To get to the mile?
Cruising altitude.
Yeah, so I was over.
All right,
a little
cruising
early.
altitude. All right.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the plane or the
I'm
body?
gonna cruise.
Wait, did you start?
I'm in the quarter-mile club. Yeah, I started.
You started on the ground?
Yeah, and it was done about a quarter mile or less.
You started on the ground and wheels weren't even up when you finished.
Wheels up, guys.
It was pretty cool, man.
He's like, well, how long was it? Like a half hour? And you hear,
Please.
So no, huh, Rafe?
no, I didn't do United Emirates. Like, if you can't count a handy in the Southwest bathroom, then I guess I'm
No. We're not counting that now.
We're not
All
counting.
right, well, I tried.
I don't have the balls to do it. I
Same.
mean, not. I mean, I have the
Whoa.
actual
Yeah.
testicles.
You actually
Like,
have
I actually
testicles.
have
None of my
testicles, but
business.
I would never have the stones.
I'm too much of a germ phobe, and those bathrooms smell like crap, and no thanks.
Those are airtight, though. That's an airtight bathroom, literally.
Well, I bring it up because there was a couple that was caught. A flight attendant on an EasyJet flight out of England caught a couple doing the Mile High
Oh
Club
man,
thing
I saw this. They were like
in the
partying.
bathroom. Everyone on the plane knew it was happening. It's on video. It's on video of
Yeah.
the flight attendant opening the door.
Yeah, and they're going at it. And the crazy thing is, there's like a 10 seconds before he opens the door, and everyone's looking and everybody's filming. So they're like, he must have gone back there and be like, "Hey, this lad and lass went in the bathroom together."
Oh, yeah, there's the build up to. It was almost like a game show.
They were all partying.
Like, what's behind door number 1? And everybody.
Everybody's like,
because I think they were going to Ibiza.
Oh, so this is their Vegas.
Or-
this is one of
or
those
is-
Vegas flights.
If you want to be an a-hole about it, Ibiza.
Ibiza.
So the Molly had been
Ibiza.
consumed on the plane.
I don't know what
going
they
to
were doing, but
Ibiza.
here's what it
Oh, no,
sounded
man.
like. Here comes the door.
Sounds fun.
Everybody's having a good time.
Crazy?
So the guy's behind the woman. I mean, clearly bottomless.
Yeah.
Did you see the video?
No, I haven't seen it.
Pull it up.
She's like bent over the sink,
I got it. Hang on.
and the flight attendant opens the door.
Right.
He's behind her, and then the guy who's joining the Mile High Club then grabs the door and closes it.
I love that everybody's like losing their minds in a happy way, though.
Check it.
Yeah, here's we got the video up on.
See, they're prepping,
screen
man.
here.
Like they're all like, he's like, "Come
Yeah.
on, mate."
That's great.
So they didn't even lock the door? Or he?
I don't know.
was able to
Oh
Yeah.
no,
unlock-
I think the flight attendants knew what was going on. They could open up the door.
Okay.
It sounds like everybody had a good attitude about it, though.
Well,
yeah,
I
they're
believe
partying.
they were met by police as
Wow.
when the plane landed.
Are you sure?
They'll have a good attitude as they're going to jail.
Oh yeah. Now I don't know if they were arrested, but they did speak with police as when they landed. Like at the gate.
I mean, is it illegal?
They said, "Fair play to lad. Join the Kilometer High Club."
I've
is
never
it
seen
illegal
that.
to have sex in a plane?
Yeah. Is that illegal?
I think
Is that
so.
technically illegal? I know you can't vape.
I think you can be arrested.
They don't
You
talk
can't
about,
tamper with the
not
smoke
once
detector.
have they been like exits in the front, side, and rear, and no boom boom in the bathroom. I never saw that. If they said that, I'd be paying attention.
I think there's plenty of things that it falls under. Lewd conduct,
Well, not if you're not in view of
public
anybody.
something or other.
I mean, if you're in the seat, but if you're in the bathroom, you know.
Listen, I don't know.
That's good. That's a great question.
I just want to know if it is technically an arrestable offense or if they could just be like, you're not allowed on this. I mean, they could kick you off the plane, the airline. Obviously, that's their discretion, but
No kids are seeing it.
Right. They're behind a door, so it's not like they're public nudity.
Right. Is that,
And why did the flight attendant draw that much attention? Was it or was everyone already screaming? And that's the reason he noticed.
In 2013, a couple received misdemeanor charges and paid a fine for engaging in on a flight from Oregon to Nevada. And don't think that finding somewhere private on the flight protects you. A couple was
well, what's the charge?
arrested in 2011 for getting frisky in the airplane's bathroom.
says, although,
You can technically be charged and face up to 20 years in prison.
whoa, that sounds made up.
Delta flight attendant suspended for on the plane.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, they're at work. I get that.
But what's the charge?
You can be charged with either a misdemeanor or a felony because of laws against public nudity and lewd acts.
But nobody's seeing it.
Probably has to do with the state.
It says, although having intercourse on a plane is not strictly illegal, you do run the risk of breaking laws relating to public decency if they decide to partake. If you're caught, it will depend on the good humor of the crew and how you are disciplined.
But you are behind closed doors.
Yeah, but I think it says the entire area has to be respected. There are seniors, families, and children, public officials. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, if you got the door open. If you got the door open and people are seeing, like that flight attendant open up the door. If there were little kids on that plane.
How mad would you be if you were the guy who had diarrhea on the plane last week, but he couldn't get into the bathroom because the couple
of
was
those
in the
two?
Mile High Club, and then he had to run to
By
the
the way,
other bathroom.
The diarrhea flight,
Yeah.
you're assuming it's a guy.
Yes.
I believe it was a woman.
Oh, okay. My apologies. The
That's
lady-
messed up.
Yo, I can't believe you.
happened.
The lady who had diarrhea on the plane she probably went to the back one.
I'm sure you were assuming a guy was flying the plane too.
Well, all the men that I know
This-
in my life who have
this
had
woman.
public diarrhea have been dudes. So
We're just willing
Wait,
to talk
think about
it.
the sentence you just said. All the men in my life who have had public diarrhea have been dudes. Well, thank you. Yes. Thank you for clearing that up for us.
you're welcome.
I want a law on the books.
Okay.
Give me the page and the paragraph and all that stuff.
This feels
Statute.
like the old when you're in the military and you go to basic, they're like, if you leave, the FBI will come to your house and they'll arrest you and your whole family.
Here's a flight.
There's like this big rumor, but no one ever's seen the law. And then like 3 dudes went AWOL and left. One guy like old school made a rope out of sheets and went out the window and went back to Kentucky. I saw that dude years later. I go, hey man, what happened? The FBI come get you? He goes, no, dude, that's all made up, man. I go, what do you mean? He's like, if you leave before you graduate basic, you technically are never in the Army. Like, they just let me go. I got a general discharge. I work on my dad's farm. And I'm like, oh. We all were shaking it out. We were all like, you can't, if you leave, dude, that's a felony. And maybe some people have been charged. I don't know. But it seems like it's one of those, like, ethereal rumors that's like, depends on what state you're flying over.
Right.
Really?
All right, Scott of the Instant Feedback says it's the same as the sex in public restrooms like last week.
Yeah.
Is it, though? Because anybody could walk into the public restroom.
Not
Anybody-
if
This
you're
is a
behind
one-seater
door.
with the doors locked. There's only room for...
But you're on a
I'm not
public.
sure.
one or two
I'm not
people.
sure you can argue locks and no locks. It's a public restroom. It's still a public restroom. This thing here's a anecdote from a flight attendant who says that it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Typically, we just knock on the door and try to mind our own business if they're not disturbing others. But the main problem is
Oh.
if there's sudden turbulence, lovebirds can almost certainly get hurt.
Yeah. No,
And nobody wants to deal with it if it's a minor thing. But if it turns into something major, the passengers can be picked up by the airport police, and I have seen people charged.
Oh, yeah. And listen, I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. No, I think, of course, there's a difference between going into an airport restroom where there's 15 stalls or 10 stalls where anybody could walk in and a closed and locked bathroom.
Yeah, there's a difference in our minds and in on the ground, but in the court system.
And an airplane is still a public space, correct?
That's what I'm saying. In the court system, I'm not sure which one
I agree.
can be argued.
I think it's different. It's like if you were banging in a porta potty with the door locked.
Nice spot.
It's disgusting. But is that public? I don't think so.
I mean, unless you could hear, moaning.
Maybe. But at least it's like
so next time you're at a music festival, and that's happening, they don't own the bathroom. It's not. It's a public event.
it is, but it's not public indecency. That's my point.
I'm not.
That's what they're being
arguing for or
charged
against.
with.
I'm just saying. Let's.
They're being charged
I
with
don't
like
own the
lewd.
hotel I'm banging in.
Okay,
That's
good
true.
point, but that's not a public hotel that you've rented. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Hey, and by the way, Kevin on the Instant Feedback says the woman who went diarrhea on the plane, she didn't go number 1 or 2. They said that was number 3.
Yeah. That's next level.
And if you didn't hear last week, they had to ground a plane, which was on its way somewhere. They had to circle back to the airport because a woman had diarrhea all over the plane.
Yeah.
And we saw pictures of the aftermath, which was horrible.
I refuse.
Horrible. Kevin here says there's video of it.
I refuse.
Yeah.
Of what?
Oh, you saw of it happening.
Of the footage. I just saw video of the footage, like somebody in the aftermath.
I saw aftermath footage.
Right.
I think you can
Like video somebody
understand.
went down the aisle.
Here, they took 5 hours to clean the plane. I think they should have decommissioned the plane.
How bad was it to get off that plane because you had to walk in it?
We had a tiptoe.
Imagine
around it.
dumping so hard that you decommissioned a plane.
Right.
pretty rad.
That woman
Crazy, dude.
deserves
You're awesome.
That's
a sack.
crazy.
Dude. way
You're
to
like,
go.
oh, you think you had diarrhea? I got a Boeing 747 grounded for life.
I went international news with my dump last week.
Imagine just the bragging rights. It's like in a museum. It's in like an aeronautical museum somewhere in Pensacola, Florida. This is the Challenger 1, and this is Flight 749 from Newark that was actually decommissioned
Because of this woman.
after a lady just blew it out. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Moon showing the video of that's the aftermath. I mean, you see, they had to put look how bad it is. Oh my God.
I guess
You know
the
what?
nice thing is it was a big plane, so I guess everyone probably went down the other aisle.
I hope so. Or went out. You know what? Maybe they used the emergency slide.
Oh, that would.
After
That would be worth
she
it,
went
right?
first. She went down to slide first, and everyone followed.
Oh
Water
no.
slide.
No. You don't go first. No.
Somebody help
Just a
us.
streak down. Come on.
You know what, though? At least that woman's
Turned
like,
into Nickelodeon's Double Dare real quick.
I haven't seen the reason I thought it was a man, because again, all the dudes in my life have had public diarrhea. But no, the other part is like nobody's plastered that woman's face anywhere to like publicly shame her, which I'm very happy about because, hopefully she
You'd
can
be
still have her.
terrible if you did that.
Oh my, yeah, absolutely. But like normally we're a society that loves to be like, who is this woman?
Let's do a background check.
Let's do
Chris, like
background check.
they're literally public restrooms. How can you guys even argue this? Listen, I know it's not
No, they're
right. Yes,
So-
the public can use the restroom. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but it is a one-seater. So if you have sex in the public restroom, yes, the public can use it. You have a door where you're private.
I'm private.
The public restroom then becomes private.
And does it make a difference they were on EasyJet?
Which is my excuse when I go to trial. This is my
This
restroom
is private.
Dude, what if the diarrhea lady was the same lady that was like, this guy's not real? Like, lady, you
amazing.
just got to stay off planes.
I'll fly to
Oh
Ibiza.
man! All right, let's.
You guys ever? Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Tree of trust. If you're not a trustworthy listener, please tune out right now because I'm asking all of my male companions.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You can answer this too if it's ever happened. You guys ever get an NRB in a plane because of the pressure changes and then
No.
feel like someone? Yeah, me neither.
I didn't feel like
That
someone
happens?
Nothing. I've fallen asleep on a plane, like on and then the atmospheric changes. You go up and you just wake up and you just gotta. I'm just like sitting there with an NRB and I'm like, oh man,
Oh, no.
I got like a
You
lady
think-
and her
you think
kid
that-
sitting next to
You think
me.
it's the morning?
what? You think the pressure had something?
I
to do
don't
with it?
know, man.
Maybe
I
it's
just
the
assumed that's what I
maybe
chalked
it's
it
like
up
the
to.
vibration of the
Yeah.
plane.
Yeah, I mean,
I just
Where were you
chalked
putting
it
the
up to
pressure
like
at?
there's like pressure changes happening with like in my bloodstream. I'm asleep. I'm waking up. My heart's pumping fast. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
That's
I mean,
why
if you
tomato
put
juice
pressure
tastes
on that
better.
area, it's going to do that. You just don't need to put pressure on that
There's just
certain
nothing
area.
worse than being on the window seat of a Southwest flight with an NRB sitting next to like two strangers, and you're like,
I can explain this.
Well,
"Ah, man, I gotta really
Don't mind this.
tuck. You gotta tuck and wait it out."
God, that has to be so annoying.
Never happened.
No, I don't have a boner for no reason on an airplane.
Pressure?
and this is the pain that we deal with.
Yeah, I know. I'm having empathy.
Really thought I was gonna get a little buy-in in the room on that. I
not
feel
since the
pretty
back of the
vulnerable
school
right
bus.
now
Do you?
Not on
That's
an
all right.
airplane.
because that's never happened to me either.
You're
Thank
accepted.
God.
Yeah. Tomato juice tastes better on a plane?
No, but I do that with ginger ale. No, I don't drink ginger ale anytime else in my life until I'm up in the air.
It's the best on a plane.
It is.
You sure it's not a GRB instead of an NRB?
What's G? Good reason?
Good reason, both.
No, this is definitely
Okay,
NRB.
I've got a
This
good
is
reason.
like sleeping
Now, here you go. What are we going to do with this now?
Yeah.
Well, that's,
go to the bathroom.
All I do is tuck and tighten the seatbelt
That's
and
it.
wait it out.
that's an NSB. No solution.
You are free to move about the cabinet.
That's an NSP. Big time.
Not me.
Not getting up. No, not me. All right, let's do this. All right, your Team Riz member of the day is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Riz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Riz. From St. Charles, David Aubuchon is our Team Riz member of the day. David has been a Riz Show listener since 2015. Loves using our topics and games that are discussed and played on the show as a way to connect with his students. Oh, yes, we got ourselves a teacher, guys.
Love teachers.
He enjoys the chemistry on the show between the crew, Moon's deep thoughts in the world, King Scott's dad jokes, Lern's wide musical knowledge, Rafe's comedic timing, and Riz's grumpiness.
Oh,
What?
good.
Aw. This is very good.
Loves just two of us, Freak of the Week and Friday Fail Stories. David Aubuchon from St. Charles is our Team Riz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right. Dick on the instant feedback. So it's okay to have sex in the family restroom at Busch Stadium.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Does the door lock?
Well, that's how those are created, right? That's the whole point of the family bathroom.
You create
Tell you
families there.
something. You haven't lived till you've hoisted a gal up on a koala care baby changing station, and
Man,
Went to
that
town.
was so creepy the way you
And
did
put all your faith in one nylon strap.
Right.
ride the lightning.
Yeah, duh, Dick. That is how families are created. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it is a family bathroom, dude. Make a family in there. That's what it's for. Dumbass.
All right, news
Man.
next. It's 7:09. Welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow, 1057thepoint.com. I'm excited. We're going to take a new game out for a spin. Mm-hmm. And it's called
Who's Who?
Who's Who. Show Who's Who. It's a learn design game where we're going to learn a whole bunch about each other.
Yes.
Learn a couple weeks ago sent us all like a questionnaire.
60 question questionnaire. You guys took about a month to fill it out, which is fine.
Did I fill that out?
You did.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You did, yes.
You guys all
Thank
filled
you.
it out, and I got to know each and every one of you. And we're going to have people guess who's who
Okay.
Hey.
based on some of the questions.
It's been so long. I may learn about myself.
Yeah.
Some of those questions required a little soul searching. Mm-hmm. It made me uncomfortable.
Good.
But it made me confront some things about myself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of answers about NRBs.
Well, Learn, cultivated a contest,
And I regret it now.
using the answers to these questions. So I can't wait to play and give away some fabulous prizes.
It's going to be fun.
We'll do that later. Right now, time for some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by.
Martin Jetco Heating and Air Conditioning, more reliable than your news source.
So Apple unveils the new iPhone 15 today.
Oh,
yeah,
this is
noon.
perfect. This is why my battery is dying so
Noon
quickly now.
today, yeah. Now's when they throttle.
It's amazing.
They
My
throttle
battery's
your
been-
battery.
Is it weird?
Garbage.
As of 3 days ago, I go from 60% to 8%. And it
Yeah.
just goes, hey,
Seconds.
screw you, your phone's off.
Time to buy a new phone.
Perfect
My
time.
iPad recently started doing the same thing.
I have also gotten the email saying, hey, you're ready for an upgrade.
I am, yes.
You finally paid your crap off. How about you
So?
start it over again?
Yep.
Great time.
Give us your money. Mm-hmm. Are you an early adopter who upgrades immediately?
No,
No.
clearly not. This is an 11.
Or
Is
are
this
you still
11?
rocking the
Wait.
iPhone 8
This is a 14.
until the wheels fall off?
This is 15 is coming out today.
Damn.
I did.
15's coming out today.
I upgraded this year to a 14, and it's been
Whoa.
okay.
Must be
Whoa.
Oh, it's out today.
Wild.
Well,
I didn't
it's
know that I
it's
was here
unveiled
with
today.
royalty.
I was asking about it. I was at the Apple store getting zero help.
Just look for the guy in the kilt.
Now, the guy was with me. My camera doesn't work on my extremely expensive MacBook that I paid too much money for. And it became glaringly obvious during the pandemic when Zoom was happening. And I was like, hey, man, this camera. And he goes, yeah. Cameras aren't great in the old MacBooks. And it's like a 2021. It's not that old, 2020 maybe.
Wow.
And he goes, yeah, there's still like the 796. I don't know. He started, whatever was in an iPhone
Numbers,
3
numbers,
is in
letters.
the $2,500 Mac laptop.
Makes sense.
And he goes, they just upgraded them finally. And I go, so can I get mine upgraded? He goes, nah. I'm just like, literally 3 years of Apple Care that I paid an extra $600, whatever I paid for. The answer was nah.
Well, so they're doing the big the big unveil today,
like the tech show,
the Apple event. Mm-hmm. So that's at noon today. 77% of Americans in a new survey say that having the latest tech is at least somewhat important to them. But 31% of us are not early adopters in general.
Latest tech, no. What is key to me is security, which is why I'm with Apple. Mm-hmm. It's the lesser of the devils. It's the better devil when it comes to security.
Well, so 31% of us are not early adapters in general. That's how many said they don't plan on buying the newest version of any upcoming product in the near future. But that said, 1 in 4 people have taken on debt to get the newest tech before.
Well, if you need it for your job.
1 in 4 people. So wait. Taking on debt. So does that just mean like credit card debt or something? Because when you do these typical deals, you're technically putting it on debt because you're paying an extra $29 or whatever the heck it is for the phone.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
I would feel like more people
I
are
would think
technically
that
putting
more.
it on debt.
Or spending money you don't have.
Yeah.
There's only one time that I ever bought the iPhone cash. And it was because I was buying a refurbished one or something like that. It was like a couple $100 for this, and I bought it in cash. All the other ones, they go onto the plan.
Right.
Unless you have $400 in your savings account and you're buying a $999 phone. That's putting yourself in debt.
You know what? Yeah. But we need our phones so much. I mean, think about what we do at our jobs. We need our phones to be the latest.
There are plenty of other phones that you could get that still do the same thing.
Not as
you
good.
You could buy...
You're telling me that if I'm filming us shooting Rafe later with the gun and it's all pixelated, that's going to be
right.
Okay. No,
yeah,
we
but
want to have clear.
I'm sure a 13 will be fine.
No,
she's. So.
I'll be honest. There's better.
Brands?
I am an Apple
simp.
Yes, simp hard for Apple, and I hate it about myself because I've gotten so used to my phone, putting notes on my computer when I write jokes, and the product has been slowly going downhill, getting worse since Steve Jobs died, and getting more expensive. The two trending lines need to reverse.
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure what they're going to announce today.
Do you think?
I know it's going to be a new phone, and I'm not sure what the new features.
Even with that, I far prefer the security and integration with Apple.
Yeah.
But the cameras, there's better cameras on a Google Pixel phone. My buddy takes pictures on his Google phone, and I'm like, this is way better.
In exchange for your data, you're still paying for it.
Yeah,
you're paying for a better camera.
Yeah, that's why it's always free or next to nothing for these fancy.
But it's the iPhone's the most expensive by far of all the phones. But here's what I want to know. Do you think, because most of us are iPhone users in here, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they saved some major bells and whistles for 15 because it's like nice, even it's 15?
Maybe.
It's it's like a nice kind of a monumental.
Well, my whatever I have is, I don't know. How do I know what I have?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's going to be like, this one's green?
Go to general.
It's basically
and
that, and they made it a little more round again.
Yeah, like, what could
and
they
the
do?
screen goes closer to the edge.
Wait, you seen it already?
That's it?
And this is what some of the things that got leaked. It's like
I have a 12.
Ooh, it's
Yeah, I
the
have,
same.
12. I have 12 too.
Last
Same
year,
damn thing.
the 14 was like, it comes in green.
Yeah.
Wow.
They didn't do nothing.
colors.
The 14,
Mind blown.
they didn't do nothing. So I'm like, were they saving something up?
Well, phones are the top device we're willing to splurge on, followed by a new computer, a new smartwatch, and a new gaming console.
It really is a disservice that we have continued to call it a phone, and I think we're too deep. We're pot committed with that crap, and it's in 100 years from now, it probably won't even, resemble any relation to what we knew as a phone. But like, it's weird, right?
What would you call it?
Well, it's okay. So when you hear him say, "We're willing to spend so much money on a phone," there's still like a part of our Gen X, like early, whatever it is, millennial or whatever mind that like knows a phone to be a $10 thing on a wall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're like associating this difficulty of $1,000 phone when it's not really. This is a business computer. Like, this is my pocket computer.
Well,
It does all my business stuff. It's not really a computer.
Yeah, I don't think of it as I get what you're saying, but like I think it's like a hybrid.
I think it's barely a phone. I'm connecting to the internet.
The worst app on the phone is the phone app.
It's barely a phone.
I don't know, but are you due for an upgrade?
No. So I just bought the 14
But
this year.
and you upgraded from what?
I think I had
Probably
like an 11 or a 12, yeah.
Okay, and it worked fine, right?
And it was okay. Actually, it didn't. There was pixelation problems with my videos, and
Okay.
I wanted a better camera.
So this works absolutely fine. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this phone.
Good for you.
Absolutely.
It's paid off. Nothing's wrong with it. The camera works fine. All the apps are fine. I can make phone calls, send text messages, receive text messages.
Look at you.
Lucky.
I will probably get the new phone.
Oh, man.
Because you're due for an upgrade.
Just to stay up.
No, because it told me I'm due for an upgrade.
You know what? And because you can. You can. By the way, I love all the iPhone haters. Like, we're over
I
here.
get it,
we're
Android people.
We're over here going, wow, your cameras are great. Yeah, those phones are great too. Like, I mean, iPhone is not big trash.
iPhone big
Somebody said,
trash.
you're like, okay, it's not trash. Like, I mean, come on, man. This is a rocket ship from like 30 years ago. It's a rocket ship.
I do agree with Rafe, though. Nothing against Tim Cook, but when Steve Jobs died, there was a part of the soul of Apple and the iPhone that died as well.
Yeah, it's they've sold. I mean, there's like an article or a book by Simon Sinek called "Start with Why," where he talks about like why being the most important question of anything, marketing, all this stuff. And he was talking about when the Zune came out. The Zune was a better product. The Zune was like, but when Microsoft marketed it, they were like, it is 876 megabit, but it was all these tech specs. And Apple just said, 1,000 songs in your pocket. They didn't say anything about, because they knew they had an inferior product, but they sold you like the culture, the Apple culture,
Yeah.
the people dancing,
Super
the
smart.
shadows dancing. And
Right.
you're like, what is this?
Pretty boxes.
But that's what Apple's like a mindset. It's like a cult.
Right.
And we're all in it. And I can't get out, man.
We're all in white rooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how much money is this? Take it all.
Take
I
it
don't
all.
know.
Yeah, and it's so much more
Take it all.
expensive. And so for it to be more expensive, you expect it to be a superior product, and it's not.
It's
So
so more
I'm-
expensive in money.
I'm probably
You're paying for what you get. You're just paying it in different things.
I'm
You're paying it
probably
data,
the
security, or this or that.
I'm probably the 45% who would be willing to buy the newest version of their phone, even if their current phone is still working fine.
I'm willing to pay more money for my data.
I think about the inconvenience. If I switch my Apple phone to a Android, God forbid. My friend's Google phone, the way this Google Pixel phone works is you sign up with Google and it uses whatever tower's close. So he always has service because they just rent the T-Mobile tower if it's T-Mobile, and I'm like, that's kind of cool.
But then you got to get all
cutting
your
edge.
Apple stuff onto your Google.
And that's the only thing stopping me. I'm stuck in a prison of. I'm stuck in an Apple prison.
And now what's awesome is, remember when you got a new phone, you had to plug it into your computer.
Take your
Right.
SIM
And you had
card
to
out.
You had to put your stuff from the phone to the computer, and then the computer. Now you just use your camera and you
Hit it.
hit something like a QR code thing, and
You sign in.
So
you
neat.
sign in, and it's just all
It's
my
all
stuff from here.
there.
Wait, all my stuff from here's in here.
But that's
Yeah.
big trash.
That's big trash, guys.
It's all great. It's all great in different ways for different reasons for different payments.
Fine, they
You know-
got it.
I will say that fold-up Android phone or the Google phone or whatever it is looks
pretty
kind of cool.
cool.
I do
Dude,
notice those.
They do look
Pretty
cool.
rad.
I do notice those commercials more, and so that kind of got me. But then I thought, why would I need that? Why do I need
Listen,
an
any
iPad that folds?
Any phone is foldable if you really want it to be. Just so you know.
It's true. I could fold this one too.
Just so you know. 28% would even prioritize getting a new phone over other obligations, like bills or rent.
or health care
So now we're getting into like, ooh, man.
priorities.
It's ooh, this is kind of a cult.
I have a weird thing getting rid of phones. I have a box of all my international phones. I mean, phones that have been obsolete since 2008.
Same.
Like I have a blue one. Like it's the company blue. I got a bunch of I forgot the German ones, but there's like I had one for every country.
Und Scheiße!
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, though.
Right, but like they're all like old, like like the Nokia looking things, or like different shapes and whatever. And like I always thought, oh, but what if I need this? What if I'm back in Germany? I need this.
Yeah,
thing.
you
I'm
never-
like,
That's the same
God,
thing
what
with
am I
the
doing?
Apple iPhone boxes. For some reason, millennials, we keep the boxes.
I know, and we just purged. We got rid of all of them.
Good, 'cause we
just
don't
got rid
need
of
them.
all of them.
It does feel good to break them. You're like, these are so nice. Crash. Yeah, I like doing that.
$1,492 for people who've taken on debt to buy tech. That's the average amount they think it's added to their balance. And iPhone users are the most brand loyal and the most likely to buy the newest version of their phone when it comes out. 9% said they might, compared to 4% of Android users. So, okay.
Loyal.
well, look for the big Apple event today at noon. New iPhone 15 will be unveiled, and I don't know what else they'll have. Here's a back-to-school tip for you. Instead of having your kid study extra hard to get good grades, just write the letter A on a piece of paper and make them stare at it for an hour.
I'm sorry, what?
What is this, telekinesis?
Just write the letter A on a piece of paper and make them stare at it for an hour. So a study by the University of Missouri, Mizzou, they found that students who looked at the letter A before a test did better than kids who looked at the letter F. Mind blown.
But it takes an hour? Good luck getting a kid to do anything for an hour.
On their sample test, the A group got an average score of 92.3%, which is an A minus. The F group got an average of 78.5%, which is a C plus. And they also did a second experiment, which also had a third group look at the letter J. Those kids did better than the F group, but worse than the A group. And the researchers think it's because, here's their quote, this could be a whole bunch of crap, but exposure to the letter A made the students subconsciously approach the task with the aim to succeed, while exposure to the letter F made them want to avoid failure. And other studies have shown people do better when they're trying to succeed than when they're trying not to fail.
So they test the same kids with A and F, or these different kids on each letter? Because I wonder if it just happens to be...
they just got all the dummies in one group?
Well, no, I was going to say that kids that can actually focus on A for that long are probably kids that are already good at test, if they're doing that good.
I don't know. This is all Mizzou stuff, so...
Good study.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, did anybody spend all day just laying on the couch?
Nope.
No, I wanted to.
When was the last time you just spent a day
2
just
weeks
laying
ago,
on the couch?
after Shinedown, because I was so hungover that Monday.
Oh, Labor Day.
Labor Day. I was laid out.
Lazy.
I've tried to a time or two in the last couple months, and I can't do it. I'll do it for a little bit, and then
Same.
I don't know if it's like shame or guilt or something like
No,
makes
you
me
just
go,
got
well,
stuff.
I got to go do something.
Got stuff going on. Well, the village of Bresna in northern Montenegro, which is in Southeast Europe, they hold a bizarre annual contest where competitors hope to earn the coveted title of laziest citizen. And the winner gets $1,000, and they've been doing this for 12 years. It started as a way to mock a myth that Montenegrins are lazy people. This year, there are 7 remaining contestants who have been lying down on mats for more than 20 straight days.
What?
And counting. They've already smashed last year's record of 117 hours.
Man, I'd hate to be their calf muscles.
They could so they could play on their phones and laptops. They could eat, drink, and read. Basically, they have everything they need to do, but they can't. They're not allowed to sit or stand up. And they do get 10-minute bathroom breaks, but only every 8 hours.
So this is the average American, he said?
Last I heard, they've made it through 24 days.
Every 8 hours?
With, quote, no end in sight.
Whoa.
Wait, what do they do every 8 hours?
They get a bathroom break.
10-minute bathroom break.
Every 8 hours.
Oh, so they do get to get up on their feet.
Every 8 hours. But everything they're doing, I've seen pictures. Like they're just like cots, and they're allowed to kind of lean. They could, roll over. They could do it and play on their phone.
Every 8 hours. Man,
can you imagine how your back would just be destroyed? Your muscles would be deteriorating, so they hurt. Ugh.
Bed sores.
Yeah.
Nice.
A shot of straight liquor is never going to taste good, right? Like just straight liquor. No matter, listen, anything you take a shot of, you go, "Ugh." It could be whiskey, it could be tequila, it could be vodka.
I don't know, man. There was a point there a few years before I stopped drinking that there was like one or two. I think there's like some brand of tequila. Couldn't tell you what it was right now.
The one,
but that I like kind of enjoyed.
Yeah, but you still, even if it's the best tequila in the world, that's that is quote unquote smooth.
It's like the worst one.
I've had some smooth tequilas where even the smoothest of tequilas, you go, ooh.
How about a nice shot of Lafroig?
Yeah.
Is that the magic marker one?
No, that's like the gasoline diesel.
What's the magic marker one? The Fernet or something?
Frangella?
Fernets is what all the mixologists are doing, yeah.
Well, there's a...
Tastes like a campfire?
The liqueur, yeah. That's Lafroig.
TikTok claims there's an easy hack to make your straight liquor not taste like poison. Frothing your liquor is all over social media right now. Frothing. So all you need is that $10 milk frother you bought when you thought you'd save money by making lattes at home, but then never used it. So the claim is that using them in liquor for 30 seconds makes it way smoother. And people who've tried it say it's true.
And does that heat up your...
No, you can get the ones
so
that heat
reduces alcohol, maybe?
Well, somebody asked a chemistry professor about it who said that, yes, it could make a difference. And here, there are 3 possible reasons. 1, frothing creates a tiny bit of heat, which could cause chemical reactions in it. It also introduces oxygen molecules that react with flavor molecules.
You're bubbling it up.
But he says it would probably take a lot longer than 30 seconds for that one. Bubbles change how we perceive taste, and he thinks that's the main reason it works. Basically, they burst in your mouth and change the experience by making it more aromatic, like champagne. That last one also makes sense because people claim the effect goes away if you let all the bubbles pop before you drink it. But that's a thing that people are doing now.
Just give me the damn thing.
Yeah.
And
Give
I'll
me a
just
shot.
shoot it.
Give me a shot of
That's an
tequila.
issue if you're...
Me and all my boys.
It's over in 3 seconds.
It's over in 3
Now
seconds.
froth them.
Doing shots.
Can you
Let's just be
imagine?
honest. The shot is a alcohol delivery system. It is to get you to a place.
Yep.
It is not for enjoyment. It is not for the shot. That's why I'm like, when I see, no offense, but when I see someone pushing 40 and they're doing a bunch of shots, I'm like, check in with yourself. Because you're at a, like, if you're still doing like 25 shots a night, you're out in the bars, and I'm just like, that's going to start hitting different.
Well, you're
25
doing it.
shots.
You're doing it for a certain reason to get to a certain place.
I'll tell you
As
the
quick as
That's what
reason.
possible.
shots are. Shots are, I want to be drunk.
This is my time machine. Yeah.
Yeah, 25
It's
shots.
tequila. Hello.
Can you imagine though, like having this frother, and some cat comes up there and is like, 6 Jameson. All right, boys, you
Round
ready?
them up.
Let's do it.
Hang on.
Froth them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's hit them.
Yeah. No thanks.
Bottoms up.
Can I get 4 frothed Jaeger bombs?
Get out of here, Caleb.
I just imagine like an old.
Do you guys have liquid cocaines?
I'm imagining like an old timey like Western saloon
Right,
with the
the
swinging doors, and cowboy comes in there to give me a shot or whatever. Give me a shot or whatever. And the guy's pouring grain alcohol into like a dirty shot glass.
Whatever's wit.
And he takes out his frother.
Your finest frothed
He has
whiskey.
that instead of a 6-shooter on his holster.
So ridiculous.
All right, what's your gut instinct on this? Good or bad? The newest thing on TikTok, besides frothing your shots, is to add tea bags to bottles of Sprite.
Okay. Why?
You could use 7-Up too,
But
or
tea's good.
any lemon lime soda. Basically, you're making caffeinated iced tea with a citrusy twist built in. You could use any tea, but TikTok specifically suggests 2 bags of Lipton black tea. So you open a 20-ounce bottle of Sprite, drink a little bit to make room, add 2 tea bags, turn the bottle over, let them steep in the fridge for 20 minutes. Then you squeeze some lemon juice in it, maybe pour it over ice.
I know they're getting sick views, bro, and everything for the TikToks, but like, why not come up with this idea and go, hey, we should try to like
Sell it!
put this together and sell it, because it does kind of sound attractive to have a lemon lime carbonated iced tea, right?
Yeah, I'm not a huge
Maybe
soda
that's not-
drinking.
maybe that's not a bad-
not a huge
Isn't
soda
that
drinking
kombucha?
person.
Product.
Like, this is like one step away from kombucha?
No, this is not
Kinda.
fermented or anything.
I don't know. I'd be down to try it.
So a restaurant in Malaysia posted a video recipe back in July, but I guess TikTok just latched onto it the past couple weeks. Here's a TikToker giving his review.
Whatever lemon lime soda you want to use. I'm going to go 2 tea bags. Open my Starry 0 sugar.
Oh, it's not
I'm
Sprite.
going to put this in the fridge for a few hours, and
Well, I said any
Sierra Mist.
lemon lime soda.
Right.
then we'll come back. All right, it's the next day. I fell asleep last night, so I didn't get a chance to try it, but let's try it now. It tastes just like Lipton iced tea that you would get in a can. I really thought this was going to be awesome. It's not, and I'm totally disappointed.
All right.
Twist. Yeah, remember Lipton iced tea in a can?
Yeah.
Terrible.
You talking about Brisk?
Yeah, Brisk is terrible.
Yo, Brisk is so good until 1 second after you swallow. Because then you go, wait a second. Is there plastic in my mouth?
Yeah.
It's got the worst
It's terrible.
aftertaste. It's got the strange coating, like you just ate like, I don't know, like tea green grass or something. You know,
The
like,
Lipton iced tea in a can from back in the day.
But that brisk stuff, like,
is horrendous
if you just
tasting.
keep going, if you just keep it in your mouth and keep drinking it, it's freaking great. As a kid, you're like, oh, this is so good. And then you go,
I'm weird about like canned things. Like I can't do tea in a can. I can't do.
Oh, I loved it. I don't know why.
Those vodka seltzer canned things. I just can't.
Yeah, I don't mind those.
You
They
don't
don't
like
taste
cans?
like metal.
You don't like cans?
No, I like cans, but like I like soda in cans. Like I can't do a water in cans. Like Budweiser has the canned water.
Yeah.
And I tried that. I'm like, I can taste.
What about liquid
love
death? You don't want to murder your thirst?
I do like liquid death, and I do want to murder my thirst.
Wait. You like that, but you don't like it from another? It's the same
Yeah.
crap with the skull on the thing.
No, it's different. It's a seltzer. I don't know. It's very strange. It's like if it's fizzy, it's fine, but like tea is normally
Liquid
not
death
fizzy.
is not fizzy.
She's getting a
No, there is a
carbonated one.
There is
There's a
a
lime
version.
carbonated
Yeah.
one.
Well,
Okay.
this apparently tastes like crap. And finally, for a while, it seemed like there was a new shortage of something every week. There hasn't been much of that recently until this.
Yay.
There's apparently a shortage, ladies and gentlemen, of laxatives. There is a shortage of laxatives.
What's going on?
The Wall Street Journal says there is a shortage of laxatives, but this time it's not a supply chain issue. It's an overuse situation.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the supply chain was plugged up.
No.
Thanks, Scott.
Did you just go down a
I
slide?
think Scott just
Is he in
fell
the
off.
bathroom?
He
Where
just fell
was
off
he?
a cliff.
So the report says that Americans have developed a laxative habit, and we're suffering from excessive constipation because we aren't eating enough fiber.
Yo, grape nuts.
Now, people may also be taking laxatives to deal with bowel dysfunction caused by anxiety and stress. Others may be taking laxatives as a weight loss hack to feel skinny, or because misinformation on TikTok about, what healthy bathroom behavior should be.
Yeah.
Regardless of why people are taking it, the demand has increased, and people are noticing some stores have been selling out, especially the name brands. But be careful, though, because overusing laxatives can lead to chronic dehydration and loss of electrolytes.
And make you look really cool in an airplane.
Yeah. And you can become dependent on them. Where you can't have bowel movements without taking them.
Whoa, I didn't know that was a
Yeah.
risk.
That's scary.
That's terrifying.
If only we had prunes and peaches and stuff like that.
Okay, so as for this quote-unquote misinformation, you don't need to have a bowel movement every day. So a gastroenterology professor from the Mayo Clinic says that it's variable. And a healthy range is anywhere between 3 a day and 3 a week. So we're all different.
What kind of week do you want to have?
A 1 a day is fine for me.
I bet happier people go one a day.
1 a day is fine. No more, no less.
Yeah.
I'm a 1 a dayer. 2 on a good day.
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5.
Well, I'm just saying on average, 2.5.
Rafe?
What do I like or what do I got?
Oh, what do you got?
Man, I probably was like a 2 or 3 a day, but this new schedule has changed me up.
Yeah.
More.
This new schedule's got me clogged. And I don't like it.
It will
I'm
throw a
probably
wrench.
like 1 a day if I'm lucky, and sometimes I think I'm on every other dayer now, and that's never been my life. It's never been what I'm about, America. I'm about riding that throne on the daily. Usually
Yeah.
first thing in the morning. Coffee, boom. Exploder, boom. Now, my body's all messed up.
I'm a 1 a dayer.
I'm like a 1.5.
Did you take Exploder before this issue started happening or after?
Huh?
Maybe
Like,
it's
how
the
we
same
try
thing
to-
as the
try to-
exploder.
Listen, Scott, don't try to drag the mad chemist into this. Don't try to drag the good name of Insane Labs with a Z. Exploder has nothing to do. Exploder, if anything, jars it loose. It does its job. It explodes.
If you're regular, are you regular on a time? Like it's like time of day? Like
I've
10 to
adjusted
noon?
my schedule. I used to be a before the show person. I've adjusted to when I get home.
Okay.
Nice.
And that's it for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
You packing a lunch and a dinner after that and don't do nothing about it.
No,
Dang.
Fascinating.
no. I mean, my body does what my body does. Now, mind you, sometimes we'll We got a 2-a-day going.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
So you're 1.5, 1.4.
Yeah, maybe.
1.4.
1.4.
Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that.
But I feel healthy.
As long as you're regular, man.
I don't feel like I'm backed up.
I've known people that like eat regularly and go, I don't know, twice a week. And to me, that was always shocking to me. I was like, are you sure your doctor's okay with this? And they would always be like, well, the doctor says as long as that's what's normal for me, then just keep it going. And I'm like, keep it going. I don't, you're not going. That's
Right.
the
How's
thing.
that even comfortable?
Do you hear what I said, though? The guy from the Mayo Clinic said it could be 3 a day or 3 a week.
But, okay, 3 a week is drastically different than 2 a week. 2 a week, I'm thinking like, we can schedule on Tuesday and Friday. That's crazy.
3 a week seems crazy, but and this is the guy-
2.5 is crazy.
This is what that guy
2.5
said.
a day?
2.5 average is crazy because if you balance that out to a week, you're still taking half a dump somewhere. You're pinching money. I want to know what you're doing
You know what? I'll be
with the
honest.
other half of that dump.
Yeah. Sometimes you just go, oh, well, you know what?
I did the math,
I can squeeze a hazy.
All right, thank you. That's your news.
Lern's face. You didn't handle that one very well.
No, we'll take a break.
Apologies.
We'll reset. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It's 7:49 Tuesday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest Nationals are September 29th to October 1st. Get your tickets now. Road blocked and lane blocked due to a crash 64 westbound from Jefferson Avenue to Forest Park Avenue. There's a detour in operation now. We also have a lane closed due to a crash 270 westbound at Florissant Avenue on the north side. Your point forecast today, rain ends, clouds clear to a beautiful day and a stretch of 70s that will take us into the weekend. High of 76 today, low of 63. Right now it is 63 at the Point Studio. Your Point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
Peace out, Aerosmith. Gary Busey going back to driver's ed, possibly. The pitchforks are coming out for Amy Schumer, and the best horror movie of every decade. Oh, yeah, we're going to trash another list.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next. And your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Today is September the 12th. Back in the day, 70 years ago, 1953, John F. Kennedy marries Jacqueline Bouvier. They were together for 10 years until his assassination on November 22nd. 1963. 57 years ago today, 1966, The Monkees TV show premiered on NBC. Anybody watch
The
reruns of
Monkees?
That show was
You're
amazing.
kidding me. I love the monkey. I love the Monkees.
So here's a fun fact for you. Stephen Stills from Crosby, Stills, Nash auditioned for the Monkees and was told by a casting director that they were looking for somebody just like him, but with better teeth and better hair. And that spot went to Peter Tork. And for some extra Monkees-related trivia, because I know you want it,
Yeah, I do.
Michael Nesmith's mother, Bet, was the inventor of liquid paper.
Oh, my
Thank
star.
you.
Neat.
Thank you.
I still use whiteout
On what?
on everything. I have. I at
She's got a
least.
bottle
Your
on her
computer,
desk.
man,
Dude.
it's messed up.
I have one of these things, and it's not. It's like the whiteout tape,
Oh, yeah, the whiteout tape.
the Easy Correct. I have one of these in the studio and one at my
What do
desk.
you use that for?
Skid
well,
marks.
because skid marks, and also plans change, man. And sometimes you gotta. And I still use a physical planner, like a 15-year-old.
Man, welcome to the now.
Like tonight, Eric
Living in the
Clapton.
past.
I'm not going Eric Clapton. I'm
I
gonna
got a
white it
physical
out.
planner, and it has changed my life for the better.
Yeah, it's great. I'm whiting out Eric Clapton right now as we speak.
Oh, don't say that. Don't
He's in
say
town
that.
tonight.
Just say I'm not going to the concert.
I'm okay. I'm sorry. I am not
I'm
going
not
to the
wiping
concert.
out Eric Clapton. Jeez.
Can you believe this?
48 years ago, 1975, Pink Floyd releases their 9th record, Wish You Were Here. 42 years ago, 1981, The Smurfs premiere. 2 years later, 40 years ago, 1983, G.I. Joe, Real American Hero premieres in syndication.
Gosh. Love that cartoon.
36 years ago, 1987, Morrissey leaves the Smiths for a solo career. 30 years ago, 1993, Raymond Burr from Perry Mason and Ironside dies of kidney cancer at 76. And 20 years ago today, in 2003, Johnny Cash dies at the age of 71, complications from diabetes. The Band in Black. When did Walk the Line come out?
2008?
Yeah, that sounds right. That's a great movie.
Was it that long ago?
The Joaquin
2005.
Phoenix.
2005?
5. Dang.
That was 2005?
Yeah.
So it didn't come out before he died.
Almost 20 years ago.
Huh.
Wow.
Well, that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crab on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best. Flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com, 636-600-0188. Well, Aerosmith is supposed to be here on October 26th, and the news yesterday has all of us swirling because the Peace Out Farewell Tour had to bid farewell after 3 shows, as Steven Tyler has been sidelined with vocal issues. His doctor has told him he has to not sing for 30 days. So luckily, the St. Louis date has not been affected, but they were supposed to be in Toronto tonight, and so...
So it's here October when? October
26th.
Okay, so plenty of time.
Plenty of
I know
time.
they scrapped the Chicago show.
Yes. Detroit, Cleveland, Raleigh, Washington, D.C., all have now been rescheduled for 2024.
Goodbye, Cleveland.
And you know what? This could still happen. I mean, they resume the tour October 11th in Tampa. And so let's hope that show goes well. But I don't know how many are in between that show and the 26th.
And you spent, what, $8,000 in tickets?
Spent $8 million in tickets. And I'm hoping to go to the show. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, man. Yeah, you bought, like, good seats.
I did. I bought my mom and I really good seats. I mean...
No, I know.
They're one of my favorite bands, man.
I get it.
This might be the last time they're in St. Louis. They haven't been here since like 2008. It's crazy.
Oh, really? It's been that long, huh?
Yeah, because I believe that was the show out at Riverport that got rained out. So they got maybe 4 or 5 songs into their set and then downpoured, and everybody had to leave, and they haven't been back since.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them?
I have. I went to Vegas to see them in their residency they did in like 2017. That was the last time I saw them, and whenever I was a little kid, I went too. Have you been following this news about Puddle of Mudd getting banned for life?
Yes.
Okay. So
Where is this?
there's a venue in Flint, Michigan called the Machine Shop.
Oh, Machine Shop is sick.
Have you played there?
Yeah, so it's one of those places that's way smaller than all the bands play there, but it's like a famous place
That's
that you
cool.
kind of like go out of your way a little bit. It's just far enough from other markets where you can kind of play it and get away with it, and it's got a capacity of like all of maybe 250. So imagine
That's
like
cool.
Huge groups.
250?
Yeah.
it's really small. It's really small. The backstage is like famously small and crappy. It's almost like a really nice Creepy Crawl if Creepy Crawl stayed around and had like a 30-something year history, and it has like this chain link fence on the side that has. It's just one of those places that kind of looks like a movie set. You know what I'm saying?
Tiny merch area.
But it's real small.
Yeah.
Well, they are all over the headlines today because they have banned Puddle of Mudd from playing there for life. The venue wrote on its Facebook page on Sunday after the band canceled its shows. It wasn't due to circumstances beyond our control, that cancellation. This was 100% Wes Scantlin. The Machine Shop, his band, and everyone involved are very disappointed. We will not be postponing the shows as we are not ever rescheduling Puddle of Mudd. The venue offered refunds to all the ticket holders, showed the ad. They've shared the ad for the show with a massive canceled written all over the dates. And yeah, this morning I saw that Wes Scantlin or Puddle of Mudd, they did have a statement. I haven't read it yet. It literally just came out.
Wait, why did they get canceled?
Because they canceled the shows.
They canceled
Canceled the shows.
The band canceled the shows.
Oh, and the Machine
they
Shop
said-
is like sticking it to them. And
They're
saying,
like, we're not
"We'll
rescheduling.
never."
You're never playing here again.
Okay.
I'm
Because they're
assuming.
just so fed up.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is a result of a number of things.
Wes Scantlin says, I never agreed to these shows. So that was the statement this morning. What a mess.
Okay.
That
I
guy's
wonder
a
if he
hot mess.
paid a PR person to put that out for him.
Appearing on her former Gossip Girl castmate Penn Badgley's podcast, Pod Crushed, Taylor Momsen of The Pretty Reckless addressed how her role in How the Grinch Stole Christmas at the age of 7 changed her life. She says it did so in a multitude of ways, one of them being I was made fun of relentlessly. Every time I would start a new school or go somewhere else, I don't think the kids even knew my name. I was just the Grinch girl. I mean,
Yeah, so this is the Grinch girl that's getting made fun of?
yeah.
People are making fun of the Grinch
I mean,
girl?
I think it's cool as hell that she was the Grinch girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I was the weird invisible kid. Well, I'll trade you.
Right.
Oh,
Hey, Casper.
You were in a movie that was awesome.
you were in a movie with Jim Carrey.
That would have been
Poor thing.
one
You
of
got to
our-
say St. Louis' own Taylor Momsen, by the way.
That's right, of course. Gary Busey may have to retake his...
Wait. It hurt so bad. People recognized the movie I was in.
You okay?
Okay, next.
You like that?
Gary Busey, who's been all over the news over the last week, may have to retake his driving test after his recent hit-and-run accident where he said he was private.
How old is he?
He's 79.
Dude, my mother gets upset every time I say this, but there should be an age if we're making people at 16 take a test. You should have to take a test after a certain
Not
age
Gary Busey.
every couple years.
There should be limits on all.
Gary Busey,
things.
case in point.
I just want to be in that class. Like, I just want a bunch of 15-year-old permit drivers. Like, hello, everybody. I'm Gary Busey.
I'm private.
I like to do a little thing where I take a word and I change its meaning using its letters. Drive, doing remedial intermediate vehicle education. There's one. That one's for free, y'all. Everyone's just like, Gary, can you please sit
Gary,
down?
sit down.
Actually, I'll be teaching a class from here on out, please. I would like one of those little, I like the way you have a brake on the passenger side. Can I get that in my car as well? That way I can drive from both sides of the vehicle.
Well, I can imagine. Can you imagine him behind the wheel and an instructor saying, turn left, Gary.
Gary.
Parallel park, Gary.
Yeah.
Law enforcement tells TMZ that sheriff deputies in Malibu are very familiar with Gary's alleged poor driving habits. Cops are strongly leaning towards submitting paperwork to the DMV requesting a driving
So
retest.
Gary is known to be on the roads of Malibu and being a menace.
My favorite part of this whole experience, and the girl that he did the hit and run with, she's like, look, I don't want to press charges. I just want my bumper fixed, okay? She's like really not trying to get Gary for his millions. But the photo image still that they have been pasting all over everything is him in the car smiling, that Gary Busey smile, just acting like he did nothing wrong.
Mouthful of teeth.
And the incident remains under investigation. No arrests or citations have been made at this time.
Gary, did you check your mirrors before you took off? I never look in the mirror. That's an alternate universe. You can get sucked in there. It happened to a friend of mine. I got trapped in a corn maze last October. They didn't find me for 4 months.
I'm private.
I'm private.
All right, Gary. Well, can you at least put your seatbelt on?
Well, what about Gary taking the eye test?
Oh, no.
Have you seen the Gary
He's got to
Busey?
take the eye test first.
Have you seen the Gary Busey buttered sausage thing?
No.
Oh, dude.
Butter and sausage.
Buttered
I think that's,
sausage. I don't know what
It's the
this
dude
is.
that used to be on SNL. That's like a fake.
Oh.
This is a guy that used to be on SNL?
Yeah, like what's the guy's name?
The guy
He does a great impression.
that looks
They, like, AI.
identical?
Well, they AI'd.
This is an AI thing?
I don't think this is real, but it might be.
Is there curses?
I don't think so.
I'm going to play it.
I don't.
Play it. Get the
I'm going
dump
to play
ready.
it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's see what happens.
Let's talk about your cable ace award.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
That's not your jam. It's not your thing. You don't like it?
Jam.
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
It's my guy.
I think that one's real. I don't buy jam, I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
I think that's real.
It was a dude. It's on this guy's channel. He was on SNL for one season, like in the early aughts.
That's pretty amazing, though.
He's
love
really
that.
great, and he does a great
man.
DC.
Let's talk about butter.
Gary Busey is a walking word association. He's just a word association.
He's
game.
the best.
He's a
Yeah.
marketing
He is a
genius.
national treasure.
Yeah,
he
dude.
is.
What's the what about Bob scene when he's walking around? He's going dog, log, poodle, noodle, and he's just like chain wording.
Riz, remembering information, zebra, xylophone.
Yep.
Perfect.
That's what you are.
Scary.
He is a national treasure and should be protected at all costs.
I agree. Get that driving retest.
Is he
He's great, man.
Why buttered sausage? You get it out of my face.
I mean,
He's
super
great when he's
dangerous.
not on a bench with his penis out. Let's
Does
just
he
clarify.
have-
Wait, what?
Oh, remember he was caught with his pants down at on a park bench.
It's okay. He's a national treasure.
Which I don't know. I just want to give him a pass for
Yeah.
that.
What?
He gets a
There's
pass.
children walking around.
Does he have a relationship with his son Jake?
Oh, there's a Jake Busey?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
he's in a
bad-
ton of
You
movies.
don't know Jake?
I am
Show
learning
him.
so
You
much
will
on
know.
this
Oh,
show.
dude. First of
He's
all,
in a ton of stuff.
he's the
Looks just like him.
Really?
He's like the
Troopers.
street. He's the street preacher in Little Nicky. I think he's also the guy that blows up Jodie
I thought the
Jodie
street
Foster.
preacher was
Starship
Quentin
Troopers.
Yeah, Starship
Tarantino.
Troopers. He's awesome. In
What's the Jodie Foster movie that he's in?
I don't know. but
The
pull
one
up a
that
picture
the
of
one that's
Jake.
the Carl Sagan book.
Busey.
But he's you'll know who he is
I wonder if he's got a relationship with his son.
because he also looks like the lead singer of Queens of the Stone Age.
Kind of,
Oh,
yeah.
I've seen him before. That's his son?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't see that. You can't see the.
I see Josh Homme when I look at that guy.
Yeah, you do when he's like normal here. I mean,
I see Dexter Holland and Josh Homme having a love child that is Gary Busey's son.
You don't see Gary in there. There's a Gary in there.
in all of his roles, though, he's a bit more.
Oh, I see Gary there. Yeah.
He's got the
Crazy.
teeth. He inherited
Starship-
Gary's teeth.
Starship Troopers, for sure. In other news, Amy Schumer got accused of cyberbullying Nicole Kidman after she posted a picture of Nicole at the U.S. Open. Just to set the scene for you, Nicole was sitting, staring blankly ahead with one hand under her chin. Amy captioned the photo, "This how humans sit." But then she took it down and apologized after everyone accused her of bullying Nicole Kidman and being a mean girl. But it wasn't so much of an apology as it was an opportunity to troll Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis for supporting Danny Masterson. Amy Schumer says, quote, "I want to apologize to all the people I hurt, posting a photo of Nicole Kidman and alluding to her being an alien. I will be asking the cast of That 70s Show to write letters advocating for my forgiveness. Hashtag taking time to heal."
All right, so Jake Busey was in Contact.
Yeah, contact. He was like the fanatic, like the religious fanatic that blows up the rocket or something like that.
That Jeff Richards is the name of the guy from SNL, and that is a deep fake.
Oh, it's not
Really
real?
is?
AI strikes
Got me.
again.
It was on. He has like a YouTube show. It's really funny, man, and he's great.
Speaking of shows, the Drew Barrymore show resumed taping yesterday. They're not using writers, so they're not violating the Writers Guild strike rules. However, 2 audience members showed up wearing WGA pins, and they were escorted out.
Well, they're picketing right outside the studio.
Yes, they are. Everybody's out there. And her writers on the show who were not asked back, obviously feel conflicted about this because they love Drew.
Well,
and
they weren't asked back because they're part of the union.
Right. But so I read that the Drew Barrymore show is produced under a network television code, which is a separate contract from the
Writers Guild?
WGA. Yeah. But did you see that? Did you see her post over the weekend about why she was bringing the show back? I mean, it seemed like she had good intentions. I know everybody is saying that she's crossing the line with the unions, but she essentially was like, we started the show in the pandemic. We started the show during a hard time in the world, and we're going to continue on with the show during this hard time. And she was really trying to level with, she wants to keep people employed and keep people paid as, the show is happening without the writers. I don't know. I feel bad. I love Drew Barrymore. I don't know if this is the right thing to do. She's actually started something here, though, because the Jennifer Hudson show, The Talk, they're all coming back as well. So this is like lighting a fire and trying, I don't know, people are crossing the line there.
Well, there's also lighting people, and there's, directors and people that work behind the scenes that are not working.
Right. And that's where she was coming from. She was like, these people need to put food on their table.
I get the solidarity thing up to a point, I guess.
Oh yeah, man. I heard somebody talking on a podcast yesterday about how many thousands of people moved to LA last year, 2 years ago, to try to do something, and they're doing all this kind of stuff, and then now they're just frozen. Now, cool. So now I'll just try to get 2 waiter jobs and try to pay the rent out here for an industry that's not allowing me to do anything right now. It's this weird gray area.
I still don't understand why the governor of California doesn't step in and try to negotiate.
And
Yeah.
Negotiate the sides.
How is that? I'm
Because
not sure.
You know why? Because Hollywood is such a big moneymaker for the state. Okay, with taxes and all that stuff, and you can have the governor as a mediator between the 2 sides.
Yeah, and try to save it because
try to save it.
A lot of that's moved out.
Governors have done that in the past.
And honestly,
not as strike breakers, but as negotiators.
That would look good on Gavin Newsom because I believe he's possibly going to run for president. That could be something good for him if he could get this resolved.
If he get it resolved,
that's a huge.
I just
step
don't
of
understand
progress.
why he hasn't stepped in so far because this almost has no end in sight.
Yeah, it needs to end for everybody. And finally, MovieWeb.com has chosen the best horror movie from every decade in American film history. And they started this off with the 1930s, which I'll be really impressed if anybody.
I am not a horror movie guy.
Yeah.
1930s, just go to some of the classic ones that you still see.
Well,
Is there a Frankenstein?
Frankenstein is not on the list. I believe that came out in the 20s.
Oh.
But 1930s, Dracula.
By Bela Lugosi.
Okay.
Yeah, 1940s, The Wolfman. 1950s, House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, okay.
I'll stop there. What about the 1960s?
Vincent Van Gogh.
That's Psycho.
Psycho. Very good.
Yeah,
what about
for
the
sure.
1970s? The best horror films from the 1970s. Or film.
Shining.
Oh,
Exorcist.
Yes, Exorcist.
No.
No.
Even though I believe it should have been the Exorcist.
Halloween?
Halloween. Very good, Scott.
Oh, nice.
How about the 1980s?
Okay, wait.
This one's easy.
Friday the 13th.
Texas
That's a
Chainsaw.
good one. No.
Nightmare on
Killer
Elm Street.
Clowns from Outer Space.
It sucked so much.
No.
I used to watch that all the time.
1980s horror films. And there were so many in
Nightmare?
the 80s. Not Nightmare Before Elm Street. Or Nightmare on Elm
Not
Street.
Friday the 13th, not Nightmare.
Is it a
Not
franchise?
Child's Play. No. It is, or at least I don't think it is. This is one of those kind of
Not Hellraiser.
not Hellraiser. This is kind of an under the radar. How it's The Thing. I feel like
The
people have
Thing.
seen that. I've never seen it.
Is that like reptile thing?
It's a Kurt Russell joint. That's a John
The Thing.
Carpenter joint, baby.
Is that the
It's them in the wind, like the blizzard and the Thing.
It's the original
comes,
The Thing.
Yeah.
It is very, very good.
what is the thing? I don't think I ever saw that.
Yeah, I never watched
The
it.
Thing, 1982.
They remade
It's like a
too.
monster that like jumps bodies. I don't want to ruin it for you. You should watch it.
Yeah, it's a good film.
The best
It
of the
holds up too.
1980s.
It
Okay.
holds
This
up.
is, this is the one with like the light. Yeah, it's like starts in the Arctic or something. I saw this. I remember seeing this when I was a kid.
Man, you know what freaked me out in the 80s? The Blob.
Really?
Like
You
the
probably like this.
The
57?
remake of the Blob.
Was this the
Not
first?
the original.
Was The Thing the first John Carpenter, Kurt Russell joint? Because that was like they kind of had that Quentin Tarantino, or the Scorsese DiCaprio relationship first.
like he
Do you
put him
know
in
what I mean?
everything.
Like he was in Escape from New York. He was in Big Trouble in Little China. He was in The Thing.
Escape from L.A.
Escape from L.A. The lesser of the two, for sure.
My dad showed me the 50s Blob, and then
Cameron.
we got everything animals, the giant animals. Beginning of the end with the giant grasshoppers, then with the giant ants. Like we saw all those, and they were awesome.
You ever seen the 80s The Blob? Oh, it's freaky.
Is it just a big old gack that just comes?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Coming into the
it's
city?
it's so listen, the special effects are so cheesy, but there's a scene where the Blob consumes somebody in a phone booth.
Really?
Just freak me out.
That is,
Does it like suffocate it? Like how does it consume?
it just absorbs you.
It just absorbs you.
You're gone.
Jello.
Yeah.
What about the 1990s? Quintessential.
90s is going to be. When was Blair Witch? Was Blair Witch 99?
It was
98,
90s.
99.
But I'm going to say
Dude.
Scream.
Scream.
Oh.
Very good, Scott.
All right.
Scream.
I know.
Okay, both were phenomenon, so I get it.
2000s. This is an interesting take on the 2000s.
Is it one of the Saws?
No.
Can I just say weakest 90s? I'm a 90s fan. What a week.
Scream?
Yeah, what a weak horror movie. I mean, I know that it's like,
It was like kind of
good,
a
but it was like almost like
tongue-in-cheek one.
rom-com.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So
Hot-ass
what would
Skeet
you
Ulrich.
put?
I'm just saying, like, if you look at like the history of horror movies, the 90s was a weak decade.
Yeah.
If that's the best, even Blair Witch.
Like I Know What You Did
Blair Witch
Last
is one of those
Summer.
movies that, like, if
Blair
you
Witch
show it,
was so
we were talking
dope.
about earlier about like you take some ownership of whether someone likes it. Like, show Blair Witch to your kids, and they'll be like,
I did.
"This sucks."
Nope.
Okay,
they
so I
they
wrote
lost their brain for about
Best
a week.
90s best 90s horror movies. The Ring.
Yeah, that
The
should
Ring.
have
Oh,
been
The
the one.
Ring was so
that should be
good.
number one on this. I thought
The
this
Ring was the
2000s.
90s?
Arachnophobia. The Ring was 1998. Arachnophobia. They consider Silence of the Lambs a horror movie?
What about Leprechaun?
Yeah, how
man?
did that not make it?
That
Silence of
movie
the Lambs
screwed
would've
me
been
up.
The Ring was dope. That scared the crap out of me.
1990s Night of the Living Dead.
I liked those, but they weren't great.
Wow.
Yeah, Scream wasn't the right one for the 90s. This list is trash. What about the 2000s?
Anaconda?
Shaun of the Dead.
A lot of animal horror movies.
Is it a zombie
with
one
A's.
since we got into the
It's
aughts?
not a zombie one. This is a psychological one that is a cult classic.
Is it with the
American Psycho.
yeah, American
Psycho.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's a horror movie?
I don't think it's a horror movie. This is a
Well,
good
it
movie.
says Psycho in the title.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man,
Don't knock
come
it.
on.
Don't. That's a great.
not a
It's a
horror
great
movie.
movie. Did you know that
don't
movie
know.
is based on a book and also The Rules of Attraction starring Shannon Sossaman and James Vanderbeek and Jessica Biel that came out? The Batemans are brothers. And so James Vanderbeek is the brother of Patrick Bateman, who is Christian Bale in American Psycho. And that was kind of an interesting take on that movie. Anyway, 2010s. The decade of the 2010 to 2020.
I was talking to a friend about American Psycho last night, weirdly. Synchronicity. A friend of mine, the guy that directed my special, actually, and he was like, that's a movie where it's so good that you don't even have to get the ending. Like, whether you like the ending or not, the content of the movie is so good that it's like you can enjoy the movie whether you like the ending or not.
Yeah.
All right, the 2010 to 2020.
I think I got a good one.
I feel like
It
I
follows.
And this is the right choice.
I feel like I have no authority.
It follows?
No. That's a weird movie,
2010 to 2020?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be, what's the comedian guy that started making all the scary
Oh,
movies?
Get Out?
Get Out.
No, Jordan Peele.
I think it's going to be Homeboy, the weird guy, Hereditary.
No. Well, in that same vein, not
Midsummer.
No.
Yo,
it-
Midsummer
Not Ari
should win.
Aster.
Not Ari Aster.
No, sorry.
They've made it into a franchise now?
This is a franchise. This is a. I don't know if this was.
Is it a
beginning.
the?
Yes,
What'd you
it's
say?
the
Conjuring?
The Conjuring. Yes,
Conjuring.
which is great.
Is that the one with the doll?
That's the beginning of Annabelle. Yeah, this is about Ed and Lorraine Warren. I believe it's
never
in
saw it.
Massachusetts. Oh man, it's
Who
so
were
good.
Based on a true story.
In real life, we're total kooks.
People that know, they'll know what that.
Yeah,
Oh, the
the
original-
Conjuring's awesome. The second one, even more Conjuring, is incredible too.
Okay, just clear
More
this up.
Conjuring.
The Ring, the original Japanese one was 98. The American
Ringu.
one was
2002.
2002.
Ringu, right?
Okay.
Something like that.
And then 2020s on to now. I've never seen that. I saw Barbarian, and this movie allegedly is the beginning of that. Like Barbarian was the second installment. X. I never.
good.
Did you see that?
Yeah. X
Where
was.
Denzel is Malcolm?
That's the not where
No.
they're
No.
making a naughty movie
No.
on a farm, right?
Well, then they made a. X was like there's a movie called Pearl.
Oh yeah. And they're all three connected: Barbarian, Pearl, and X.
I didn't know Barbarian was same director. How's it connected?
I'm looking it up.
Storyline. Well, anyway,
I know
Oh,
that
that was-
X was good. It was like it kind of felt like it was made in the 70s.
that was a decent list.
Yeah.
We took it apart a little bit, but
Wasn't it bad?
Thanks. We'll trash it anyway.
Must trash it.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Andrew Luck is 34. Alfie Allen, that's Theon Greyjoy from Game of Thrones, is 37. Emmy
and
Rossum.
killed John Wick's dog.
Emmy Rossum is 37. Jennifer Hudson is 42. Yao Ming, retired 7'6" Chinese center for the Houston Rockets, is 43. Ruben Studdard, hasn't been heard of
Oh man, the Velvet Teddy Bear.
in some time, but he's 45 today. 2 Chainz is 46. Busy Bone, that's the high-pitched Bone Thugs and Harmony guy. Gonna miss everybody is 47. Louis C.K. is 56. Ben Folds is 57.
Yeah.
Amy Yazbek, that's John Ritter's widow, who you may know as the redhead on Wings and Maid Marian in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
No way.
Yeah. Amy is 61. Nina Blackwood is 68. And Joe Pantoliano. that
Oh,
is-
Joey Pants. Yeah.
Joey
Joey
Pants.
Pants.
That's
One of the Fratellis.
That's Cypher in The Matrix. Yes. And he's Francis in The Goonies.
Spent all the money.
Okay,
on
Francis.
Francis's toupee.
I don't wear a toupee.
Francis is 72 years old today.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Brooke Scott. And today's birthday girl has been in 131 fine films, including The Adventures of Shorty Mac 1, Big Sausage Pizza 13, Daddy's Worst Nightmare 15, Face Full of Diesel 1, Lern's favorite, Irritable Bowel Syndrome 4,
How dare you?
Natural Jumbo Jugs 8, Scale Bustin' Babes 31 and 33, and who can forget a role in 2006's Yo Dog, Wife Got Jungle Fever. Brooke Scott is 38 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We're going to come back and we'll...
IBS. Interesting. Bosoms shaking. Gary.
Jerry,
Study for your test.
we got a contest to do next. We're going to take a new contest out for a spin. After the break, we're playing...
Who's who?
Who's Who? So, Lern has cultivated the answers from a quiz we took about a month ago, and she's going to ask you guys on the phone a question about a Riz Show member, or give a fun fact. It's a fun fact about a Riz Show member, right?
Yes.
And you have to guess which one of us it is.
You have a 1 in 5 chance of winning, and you have 3 questions, and you have to get 2 of the 3 correct.
2 of the 3 right.
Yeah.
And listen, if you listen to the show on a regular basis, maybe this will be easy.
Yeah.
Because you've heard one of us tell a story about something, that's in one of these fun facts.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and context clues. So pay attention because guesses too. Like Rafe and I are still quite new to the show, but with some context, you'll probably be able to guess.
Right, 2 out of 3 right, and you win.
The chat is already saying this game is too easy. You just wait.
It might be.
I got a feeling.
It may be, it may not.
I got a feeling you're going to be surprised.
This is the first time we're playing
All
this.
right. This could be total trash. We could trash the game, too.
All right, 314.
This is going to be great.
624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Who's Who is next. All right, before we get to today's contest, I want to give Rafe a little plug here. You have some shows coming up at the Funny Bone end of the month for your birthday weekend.
That's right. That's right. I got my specials coming out on YouTube the 27th, which is a Wednesday of September, and then I'm doing the whole weekend at Westport Funny Bone the 28th through the 30th. Going to have great shows. I got great comics on the show. Might even have some special guest sets by other members of this show once I review their material. And
Nothing to review.
Nothing to review. All right, cool. All right, we'll roll with it. But yeah, go get tickets.
Are you going to jump up?
Yeah, yep. I'm going to hop up there.
There's going to be there might be a King Scott 3-minute bang bang live goo. The live goo, baby.
Oh, live goo. Whoa. Whoa.
But go get your tickets at Westport Funny Bone at funnybone.com, stlouisfunnybone.com. Get those tickets. I want to try to sell this out. So, yeah, if you're out there and you're in the Rizverse, come out, see a show. We're going to hang out after. Tina's going to be there. We'll be doing Reba McEntire shirts and hanging out and cutting it up and having a good time all weekend.
So 29th, 30th, and 31st.
28th, 29th, 30th.
Oh, is it Thursday?
There is no 31st of September.
Oh, damn it. Oh, I got to change all my calendars.
There is
No.
It
It was a leap
man.
year.
That dollar
It's a
store
day off, I believe.
Crap.
And the 30th is my actual birthday, so
Yes. How old are you becoming?
I'm becoming old enough that I no longer say it out loud.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm 45.
All right.
45.
That's right.
Sounds
Right.
weird to say that out loud because I still feel 43 at heart.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah.
That's right. So we'll all be going to see Rafe. Yeah. At the Funny Bone, Westport, at the end of the month.
Yeah, go get your tickets so I can say, look at this, guys. I sold it out. A little feather in my cap.
Guys, I think
Yes?
it's time to give away some stuff.
It's time for Who's
There we go. It's time for Who's Who.
Yes. Great job, Moon.
Easiest music ever, but it works. Great. Works with this game. So last month at some point, Lern handed us all a questionnaire. It's like 5 pages long.
60 questions.
60 questions, and we answered the questions to the best of our ability, all about our lives, and Lern cultivated the answer. So, Who's Who? Here's how it works. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have a handful of callers, and each caller is going to get asked 3 questions. You just got to get 2 out of the 3 questions correct.
Right.
And like Riz said, these are details about one or more of us here in the room.
Okay, so you'll just give a fun fact, and you just have to tell us who it is.
I will. Like, this isn't on the test, but like, for instance, like, who on this show has hazel eyes?
Okay.
And then they'll have to guess.
So myself, Moon, Lern, Rafe, or King Scott.
It's a little narcissistic, but it's a way for you to get to know the show better and for us to get to know each other as well.
Do we have hazel eyes in this room?
I have
It's
hazel
a
eyes.
little narcissistic.
I have his eyes.
All right, so 2 of us do. That won't be a question.
I have lazy eyes. Is that?
All right, so 2 out of 3 right, you win. We have tickets to go see Avenged Sevenfold, tickets to go see The Used, Queens of the Stone Age, 3 Days Grace, and Chevelle. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3033. Let's go to the phones. And, oh, God. Let's see here. Let's go to Josh in Granite City. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. First contestant on Who's Who.
All right, Josh.
Or, as, on the instant feedback, Chris says we should have named the game Who Dis.
Who dis?
But we already had the fancy opener for Who.
New game, who dis?
New game, who dis?
All right, Josh, here we go.
All right, Josh, first question. 4 of the 5 of us use the bathroom first thing in the morning. However, this person wakes up and the first thing they do is drink water. Who is it?
Riz.
Is it Riz?
That is incorrect. It's King Scott.
King Scott. First thing. So you drink water first thing in the morning, huh?
Yeah.
No bowel movement, huh? No pee-pee?
I sit up and I have a full glass of water. I put at my end table at the night before, and then when I get up, I pound the whole thing right then and there before I'm even on the floor.
Okay, weirdo.
Or crawling to get the ice for my foot.
All the rest of us use the bathroom first thing when we wake up.
That's what I was thinking. Empty everything out. All right, next.
All right, Josh. This person's first job was a golf caddy. That is correct.
Yeah,
Very
baby.
good.
All right, comes down to this. Who dis?
All right, Josh.
Oh,
Who's who?
Who's who?
Who's this?
That guy confused me, Chris. Who's the name?
All right, Josh. This person on the show is currently reading the book Unwinding Anxiety. Who is it?
Lern.
That's Lern. No kidding.
That's right.
Hang on.
Psycho. Good. Good job,
Just
Josh.
the tone of his voice.
Learn.
I felt a little
The
judgmental,
disappointment,
buddy.
Yeah, it's all good.
Unwinding anxiety.
He picked up on the context.
All right, Kyle, ready to play?
Oh, man, that was funny.
Absolutely.
Who's who?
Who's who? All right, Kyle. Number one. This person has never stood up a date. Who is it?
Rafe.
That's incorrect. It was Riz.
I've never stood up a date before.
Because
I'm not a jerk. You've never stood up a date either?
No.
So that could have been correct as well.
Yeah.
You picked up somebody who stood up a date. Wow.
All right, Kyle.
What
I
was
don't
the,
remember that question.
Oh,
you answered it in the affirmative.
Did I?
Yeah.
Do you remember doing it?
I don't know.
I have the paperwork in my office.
You must have stood up a date if you wrote
all right.
yes.
You're good for you, man.
What a monster.
I don't remember ever standing
She's probably
up a
still
date.
waiting for you to pick her up.
Good for you, man.
Starbucks.
I love that.
I want to see this paperwork.
All right, question 2. This person has probably pretended to be on the phone to get away from someone.
Riz.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Well, actually, there's a thing here. You said yes. I said yes. I think everybody on the show said yes, but the one person that said probably was Moon. That was the emphasis on that.
Well, I
word.
think everybody. Then I think
We'll give it to him.
we'll give it to him.
Fine.
You probably.
He said probably.
Yes or no?
I could. I mean, I don't.
What a
remember-
wishy-washy answer.
Oh. So
Oh,
sorry.
come on.
So sorry.
Probably.
You just
Probably.
gave tickets. You said, oh yeah, well, whatever. You just wishy-washy the tickets away.
No, that's being generous.
And so was I with my answer.
All right.
That's not generous at all.
Interesting.
This game's going to break up the show.
All right, Kyle. Last one.
All right.
All right.
This person is currently reading the book Born to Run right now.
Moon.
That's incorrect.
Oh.
It's Rafe.
Oh.
Sorry, dude.
Born to Run. What is that about?
Not about Bruce Springsteen,
No.
which you would assume if I'm reading it, it was. It's actually about this hidden tribe in Mexico that can run like hundreds of. They're like, it's in their DNA. They can run hundreds of miles in 100-degree heat and don't overheat. It's wild. Really good book. I recommend it.
What?
Oh, cool.
Cool, man.
A book about people who run.
About a hidden tribe with the DNA to run across the
Yeah.
world, dude.
You try it.
Across hot coals?
Yes.
All right, Liam, hello.
Hey, happy early birthday, Rafe.
Hey, thanks, man.
That's nice of you. All right, Liam, here we go.
All right, Liam, question number 1. This person's favorite band is Pearl Jam.
I know it's not Riz, but I'm gonna go Riz.
It is Riz.
Yeah.
Wow. I know it's not Riz, but I'm going to go Riz.
go
I'm
Riz.
going to win with Riz.
Yeah, I would. That's so tough. When you say who's your favorite band,
Yeah, it's hard. It changes
like
every week.
I think I was in a Pearl Jam phase when I was answering the questionnaire. So yes.
All right.
Liam.
I'm
Are you
glad-
backing away from that answer now?
No, I'm not backing away.
Well, then that's your
Why are you
answer.
trying to distance
Thought it was
yourself
right.
from Pearl Jam?
Yeah,
dude?
man. I'm going to tell
Trying to
Eddie.
be wishy-washy. Okay.
All right,
I thought
Liam.
it was Rage.
I wouldn't say Rage is my favorite band.
Who is
I
it
would-
today?
Probably still Pearl Jam.
Okay.
Like Pearl Jam, Tool,
Glad you switched it up.
Jane's Addiction.
Tom Petty.
There's so many. I can't say.
You wrote Pearl Jam.
You're really all over the
I
place.
had a
Yeah,
gun to my.
listen
You had a
to
gun to my head.
I don't like jam. I don't like Pearl Jam. I like honey.
And I kiss it on the lips.
I like mud honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
All right, Liam.
All right, Liam. Question 2. You're doing good. Sharks are the thing that scares this person the most. Who is it?
Scott.
That's incorrect. It was Rafe.
Yeah.
You scared of sharks? Like when is that?
Oh,
Gonna
you're not?
Right.
I'm pretty safe.
the
right
most?
now.
Out of every dude.
God,
I ain't scared of nothing, dude, except sharks. I don't like an animal that can attack me in 3 dimensions. That bothers me.
Same.
I don't like an animal that can attack me from underneath. Bothers me.
Well, what about a spider come up and from
Spider
underneath?
Yeah, but
or
they
a
gotta-
great white shark?
They're not coming from underneath me, from meters below me.
Oh, yeah.
I could stand my ground with a spider.
Shark, nah.
You guys aren't scared of sharks?
I'm terrified of sharks.
Nah, they don't bother me.
Cool. Well, then we'll go shark diving together.
All right.
I mean, they
I dove with sharks. I faced my fear, dude.
You did?
Yeah, I scuba dove with sharks, and
What was that
I'll be
like?
honest, it was
Are they
pretty scary. Not gonna lie to you, I was a little.
Reef sharks?
I can't remember the black tips or whatever.
Yeah. We did the same in Hawaii.
They were definitely the good starter shark.
yeah, me too.
Like
yeah.
5 feet.
I saw all the
They were
starter
on the
stuff.
bottom, so I could see where they were.
Ugh. No.
We went by them. They seemed like they were sleeping, and I'm like, this is exactly how I want to dive with sharks. But
at
it was
night.
cool.
All right, Liam.
All right, Liam, comes
Last
down to
one.
this. If this person could trade places with one celebrity for a week, it would be Ben Stiller. Which one of us on the show is this? What's your gut saying?
Moon?
It is Moon.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I didn't even know
I'll
that.
take King Scott on that one. Oh, congratulations,
Yeah.
Liam. You win.
Huh. I don't remember making that, giving that answer, but I like it.
All right.
I'm fine
You
with
all
it.
need to look at these questionnaires again, which you answered a month ago.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
that's one of those where that's hard.
That changes
but,
as well.
I like my answer.
All right, Alan.
I like it.
Hey,
Hey, Alan. Oh, you better shut that kid up.
I'm trying, believe me.
Shut that kid up right now.
Oh.
Right now.
Alan.
Right now. Wait, hey, Alan, I'm going to put you on hold.
Look what you've done.
Made the baby.
Look what you've
I
done.
don't want to make the baby cry. All right, Alan.
All right,
Let's do it. Even with the kid crying. in the
All right, here we go.
background.
It's okay. All right, Alan, question number 1. The best book this person has ever read is Riders of the Purple Sage. Who on the show is this?
Learn?
That's
Is it
incorrect.
Lern?
It's King Scott.
What kind of hippie crap is that? Riders of the
Purple Sage.
dinosaur?
It's a good one.
Writers with a T
No,
or riders?
Riders.
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 Yeah.
What is
This
the
is a great
Purple
Western
Sage?
book, and yeah, it's one of my favorite from Zane Grey. He's one of the great Western writers. But it's a beautiful book. The very first one he wrote.
There you
early
go.
1900s. It's
Zane
a
Grey.
great story.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pretty fun.
Duh.
All right, Alan.
Right, Alan.
Descriptions.
Do it for the children.
Alan, before working at 105.7 The Point, this person worked at Surgical Direct. Who is it?
Moon.
That's incorrect. It was King Scott.
King Scott again. Sorry, Alan.
Word up,
King
Surgical
Scott.
Direct.
Now the kid's got a
homies.
reason to cry. You know what I'm
Same
saying?
Jonathan.
Surgical Direct. Yeah, that was like an eye surgery place.
Yeah, the
right?
eyeball place. I got to go poke eyeballs. It was pretty cool. Wow. Yeah, it's good. Let's see blood squirt out eyes
Blah.
every day.
All right, Bill.
Good morning, everyone. Family says hi.
Oh, hey,
hello.
Bill's family. All right, hey.
Hello.
Okay, let's play. Here we go.
All right, Bill, question
Who's who?
number 1. This person's favorite comedian is Dave Chappelle. Who is it on the show?
Hold on. I'm going to say Moon.
Is it Moon?
Incorrect. That is Riz.
Oh, yeah, my favorite comedian is Dave Chappelle.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
Riz.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, one wrong.
That one stinks.
All right,
That
Bill.
one stinks.
Well, I mean, you're in the top 20.
Surprise.
Rafe Williams.
Top 25.
Only
Top
because I know
50.
you.
Hey, I lost to Pearl Jam. Whatever.
I
Geez.
get it. Top 100. I like
All right,
Dave
Bill.
Chappelle better, too.
Question 2. This person gives a fake phone number on surveys. Who is it on the show?
That's got to be King Scott.
Oh.
It's Rafe.
That's Rafe.
It's Rafe.
Sorry, Bill.
Every time.
Was he?
I thought that was Moon.
Yeah, it's definitely me too.
That's a Moon and Rafe thing.
Smart move.
No, I was
I don't
with.
do that because I'm honest.
I learned about that trick with Moon, his band. We were way back in college days, and at Bass Pro, and they used to give out free things if you sign up for a credit card. So like, let's go sign up. So I put all my info in there, handed it over, and they were all like, "Yeah, dude, that was awesome. We gave them all fake info." And I was the only one that gave my real info, so I got all the garbage mail.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know that trick. No one taught me.
Hey, David. All right, Dave, you ready to play?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Who's who?
David.
Here we go.
David, question number 1. This person's least favorite chore around the house is picking up dog poo. Who is it on the show?
Riz.
It's King Scott.
Ooh, I love picking up dog poo.
I
What is
just
this
did that
guy
yesterday.
about? Love it.
I did that yesterday. My neighbor wouldn't
Surprise.
shake my hand.
All right.
Well, we've told you to stop barehanding it for a while.
Sure, yeah.
It's on you at this point.
All right, next.
All right,
Next.
second question. This person's favorite movie of all time is The Prestige. Who is it on the show?
I know this.
That's
is
Moon.
Moon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've said
baby.
that
Very
multiple
good,
times.
very
Okay.
Yeah, I love that.
I thought it was Little Women.
Comes down to this.
All right, David. This person's happy place is the Arches National Park. Who is it on the show?
Well, Moon.
It is
That's
Moon.
Moon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
Moon,
right.
for sure.
Arches National Park. Hang on, David.
Spiritual place for me.
Yeah, sure.
The Arch.
No, not the Arch.
That is a national park. The Arch. It's the smallest national park. It's his favorite place.
Arches National Park in Utah.
All right, let's go to Mark in Urethra.
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 Urethra,
Eureka.
Missouri.
Hi.
Hey.
All right.
All right, Mark, question number 1. This person says sandwiches bring them joy. Who is it on the show?
Sandwiches bring them joy. Lern.
No, that is Rafe.
Come on,
But
man.
that's a good guess.
That brings me joy, too.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Don't be sorry. All right, Mark.
Oh for 1.
I appreciate you not going with the obvious choice. That was nice of you.
Question 2, Mark. This person's first job was a dishwasher. Who was it on the show?
Riz.
Incorrect. It was me. Dang it.
It's tough,
one more.
Tougher
These are
game
tough.
than people think.
One more. Let's go to
Dishwasher.
Keegan. Hello, Keegan.
Hi, happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. All right, Keegan, last contestant on Who's Who.
All right, Keegan. Question number 1. Peter Gibbons is the movie character who best describes this person. Who is it on the show? And also, who the hell is Peter Gibbons?
From Office
That's what I
Space.
was going to say. I'm going to say Moon.
It's King Scott. Dang it.
All right.
All right.
It's just a fraction of a
Peter
penny.
Gibbons. Okay. Okay, next.
All right, Keegan.
Clerk number 1. best movie character. Why'd you pick a side character, man? I don't know. Best describe me.
All right. This person is very inspired by Jesus. Who is it on the show?
King Scott.
I'm going to give it to him because Moon wrote it, but also it was one of the people that Scott wrote.
What a
as well.
fun answer.
Oh, there you go. I'm just
What
answering the question.
what a fun answer.
I'm just answering the question that was asked.
That's right. Okay.
So people can get tickets, man.
Keegan.
You want people to go see Avenged Sevenfold.
That's
I get
right. Yes, of course.
Keegan, if you were listening to this entire game while you were on hold, you're probably going to get this right, okay?
Okay.
So the animal that scares this person the most is spiders. Who is it on the show?
I'm going to say Rafe.
He hates sharks.
No.
It was
spiders.
Riz.
He hates sharks.
Riz used the example
You have
of a
time for one
spider.
more?
I
Sharks,
do.
man. Come on.
VJ's been on hold.
Sharks.
VJ.
VJ.
All right, VJ.
VJ.
All right, VJ.
Hey, VJ.
This is it.
All right, this is
This is it.
We're never doing this game again.
No, I like the game.
Okay, good. Number 1, being alone in the woods is the happy place for this person. Out of all of us, who is it?
Moon.
It is not Moon, it's Rafe.
It me, dude.
I mean,
place.
that would have been a second or third answer.
Yeah. Not a bad guess.
Yeah, probably for a couple of us. But
Mine's at home.
you don't
Yeah.
want to give it to him?
No.
Okay.
Like, because Rafe was very specific, alone in the woods.
That was his number 1.
Number 1.
All right, sorry, VJ. Next.
Okay.
Like a real creep.
Number 2, Rage Against the Machine is this person's favorite band on the show. Who is it?
That's Moon.
That is
baby.
Moon. Very good.
All right, VJ, here we go.
VJ, comes down to
That's
this.
Moon.
Comes down to this.
Think really hard about this, VJ. Ancient Aliens is this person's favorite TV show. Who is it on the show?
That's that guy, King Scott.
That's right.
Is it King Scott? All right.
That can't be true.
Ancient Aliens.
That's your favorite TV
We
show?
just having a gas. That's
If, no,
ridiculous.
if it's if I need a background show, I just leave it on and I'll take a nap to it, whatever.
But is that your favorite show?
I think so, yeah. I've watched almost every season of it. I love it. It's incredible, especially that Giorgio guy. I want to be him one day.
Is that the guy with the crazy hair?
Yeah, he's a cool cat.
Aliens.
I got to meet him.
He's the meme, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is his hair still crazy?
Yeah, but one of the biggest celebrity sightings I ever had was George Norrie. So this is where I'm at.
It's a wig, you know.
George Norrie wears a wig?
No, I'm just,
no.
Oh, I don't want to start that rumor. He's a St. Louis guy.
He's a beautiful man.
All right, that was Who's Who. Hope you learned a lot about us.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with sports. It is 8. Oh, and Rafe's got to get shot.
What?
Surprise.
Nah, dude. Actually, it's in my contract. I can't get shot after 9 a.m.
Nah, bro.
It has to be just even before 9.
Well, then let's grab it now.
All right, 8:58. Shout out to our buddy Polo. Boy, how about them Cardinals, huh?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Rocking it, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
you know what? I'll be honest with you. I forgot they were in playing yesterday.
Aww.
So did they.
What?
Oh.
Cardinal
usually I try to at least, flip on the game or, check a score out just to just to keep up. I was just all about this Aaron Rodgers and Monday Night Football thing yesterday. It was all consuming. What a night, huh? All right, let's do sports. All right, Moon, what do you got?
Sports presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Think you know football? Bet on it at DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportbook. Cardinals got smashed by the Orioles 11-5 in a 3-game series opener. The loss drops the Cardinals to 63-81. Whew, that is within a loss of assuring they'll finish with a losing record for the first time since 2007 when they finished 78-84. Dakota Hudson allowed a season-high 7 runs on 8 hits and 3 walks in 4 1/3 innings. He struck out only 2.
I know Adam Wainwright pitches tonight. The guy's 3-11.
He's been going for his 199th win since August of 2020.
Let's get this guy a win. Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy a W tonight. Let's get him to 200 so he could.
That'd be cool.
So he could retire. With the 200 wins, nice even number.
Yeah, not that it's. I mean, his head's going to be held high regardless because the guy's an absolute legend. But come on, man, let's get the number.
Let's get tonight.
Help the man get the number.
Let's get a win tonight. How many more starts does he have until the end of the season?
This is second to last.
Is it his second? Is it his second to last?
I don't know, man. There's not that many.
There's not that many games left. But oof.
And the last thing you want to do is pack them in just to try to get numbers. I mean, I guess this is the season to do so. Let's say we were winning, right? Let's say we're having a spectacular season, and they had to push, kind of bump them up a little bit to finish the season to give them a chance for that.
Yeah.
At least there's nothing really at stake.
Yeah.
Let's get him to win tonight, all right?
Yeah, just do it.
Okay.
Well, in 3 minutes and only 4 snaps, the New York Jets were dealt the loss of Aaron Rodgers, the NFL's 4-time most valuable player who joined from the Green Bay Packers in the offseason, the star and the focal point of the latest Hard Knocks season. Luckily, now X-rays were quote-unquote negative, but there's no word on the extent of the injury or if Aaron will miss any more games. The coach mentioned that they were concerned about his Achilles. We were talking about it today, and Rafe was showing us this video of where it may have popped, and it showed that it popped.
Oh, you could see a little wiggle.
If that's the case, and the coach said this is not good, if that's the case, he's out for the season. That's how it works.
Yeah, the coach was not optimistic in the press conference after the game.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier that it looked like the Trent Green thing preseason for the Rams, 99 or 98, whatever that was. I think it was 99. And, he went down and you think the season's gone. But sports once again proves that teamwork can prevail. Backup quarterback Zach Wilson took over, and the game went into overtime. When the Bills didn't get a first down, they punted, and then this happened.
It's a short punt. Gibson on the return. Near side. I don't see any flags. And he's going to go. Just win it. Touchdown, rookie Xavier Gibson. Game over.
Okay, so that's the Joe Buck Monday Night Football call.
Yeah.
I like the Jets radio call.
Oh, no.
Like the radio calls are a bit more enthusiastic because they could be homers.
Heck yeah.
Like they're rooting for their team to win. So this is the Jets radio call.
And getting away a line drive kick is Sam Martin. Gibson runs under it at the Jet 35. Starts to his left, gets to the 40, turns the corner at the 45, 50. Walker's in front at the 40, at the Bills 30, inside the 20,
Yeah.
Oh man, Jets end up winning.
I love that. Those radio calls are my favorite.
Yeah, that was cool. Jets win 22-16 after a 65-yard punt return for a touchdown by Xavier Gibson. In overtime, that dude was incredible to watch too in the Hard Knocks thing. So I'm super stoked for him. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it. Now let's get to the NFL Pickem Challenge, where we all went from Bills to Jets in a mode of strategy. But so did Jamie Rivers.
Jamie Rivers switched his pick. So we lost by one.
49-48. Good showing for both teams. Rarely do both teams, almost touch 50. That was good points. I mean, last place on our team had 8. That was Rafe. Last place on their team, Kerry Davis, had 9. So those were good weeks.
Just
those were good weeks. We did
from
well.
now on.
Is 8 usually a good week?
It's a pretty good week.
Yeah.
Listen, considering there are a whole bunch of
you
weird
need to hit
upsets.
double digits?
Double digits, you're usually safe.
Yeah, if you do that, but there's been times where 8 has been the winner.
Yeah, and on a week that was like somewhat predictable, that nothing went predictably.
Right.
No.
I think that was 48 is a good score. So it's okay we lost.
I'm telling you this right now. We are not telegraphing our next moves.
Right.
So that was a gift for the fast lane.
I mean, they can see what we've picked.
They could see.
They just
have
got,
this
they
could
can't. They do listen. They listen to this show.
Yeah. Oh, I know they do. And I listen to their show. Every day.
Really?
Every day.
That stops right now.
Every day.
That's right now.
I also looked up Cardinals' schedule. There's 17 games left, for what that's worth. So on a
So he has
5-man
every 5.
rotation, he's maybe got 3 starts left.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ray, if you want to come take your punishment,
Yeah,
one
I
shot
guess.
coming
it's
your way.
after 9 o'clock.
You're fine.
Okay. Well,
There's a
I'm
clause in your contract.
I'm like the thing from Gremlins. If
There's
I
a
get
clause
shot,
in your contract that says
For the Pickem.
you cannot be shot after 8 a.m. unless
it's the Pickem
it is
challenge.
the Pickem challenge.
I guess I should have read the fine
So,
print.
Learn, if you would, also write on the board, like the official Pickem challenge scoreboard, Rafe won.
What now?
You can't hold her hostage. You can't use Learn as a human shield.
I'm his stunt butt.
All right, Rafe, bend over. Oh, yeah, stick that tush out.
Pull your
Yeah.
jacket up. Pull your jacket up.
That's a pretty good target.
All right.
That's a pretty good target.
All right, count her down.
3,
Count her down.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That got solid
that was
meat.
good.
Solid meat.
Oh, I heard that. Now, Rafe, next week, if you lose, or if you lose in subsequent weeks, you are now eligible for 2 shots.
Shut up.
I'm private.
It sounded like a sea lion
private.
choking. Did you hear that? God.
I'm private. You cannot have my other cheek. Gosh, man, I was
Good shooting, Tex.
braced for the right butt cheek, and you
Thank
shot
you.
the opposite.
Oh, sorry.
Like my brain was like, I locked out my right leg. I gave you the meat of the right cheek, and I was like, that whole leg was stiff, and my left leg was hanging loose, and you went lefty.
I was just ever so slightly further away from the left cheek. I was trying to give you just that little bit of distance,
Nah,
a little
you
bit of air resistance.
You saw the lackadaisical, relaxed cheek, and you said, that's the one.
I said, look at that cheek, not
That's fine.
expecting this.
All right. Well, good luck
That's
next
fine.
week.
You're good.
So now if I lose again, I get 2,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that is subsequently compounded interest every week you lose.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Up
since I
to
got first,
6
I get a
or up to
pass.
17. What is it?
18 weeks in the entire
Theoretically, if I lost all 18 weeks, I would get 18 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
season. Oh,
It's
man.
great, isn't it?
That's brutal, dude.
It is.
That's how we play the game. And it's sponsored by...
And it's sponsored by Morse Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
All right, let's go to Georgia. Now, most porch pirates will lurk around, run up to the porch, steal a package, and run off. But this guy had a totally different idea. A man named, and I love this guy's name, Robin Swanger.
Swanger, and we were Swanger.
Robin Swanger stole a neighbor's porch from the front yard. The whole porch. I mean, the whole porch.
How?
That's
Pretty cool, man.
That's a nickname for a well-endowed horse. Swanger.
Here's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining it's a trailer, and you have the porch pushed up to the trailer.
Yeah, the deck,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
Yeah, the property owner had removed the home from the lot and left the porch behind, but it wasn't, quote, up for grabs. The porch was on private property with no trespassing signs. It was large, about 8 feet by 10 feet, with valued at $3,000. As the cops were closing in on Robin Swanger, the police were called to his home on an allegation of domestic abuse. He was fighting with his wife and throwing rocks at the house. I don't know if he was standing on the porch while doing this.
With the flag, with a big Jolly Roger flag on the porch.
Yeah.
Robin charged with 2 counts of domestic violence, a felony theft for the stolen porch. The porch has been returned. So there you go from Georgia. Robin Swanger, you are today's Headline Hooshe.
People are asking what the highest amount that we've ever had for shots, and somebody reminded me of something that I'm not kidding. I think my mind actually blocked this out. I had a punishment that I had to get shot every day. Every day. Remember he'd play shots,
Yeah.
and I just had to stand up and get shot every single day for a month.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
Not knowing when it was coming.
Yeah,
No,
you just do it in a random time.
I'd forget about it or think that he forgot about it, and then
Wait till 9:45.
Because it was on me.
He got
It was on
away
me.
with it.
If I forgot about it, we just wouldn't do it. Like it would just, you were safe for the day.
Did you ever forget?
Never.
I didn't
No.
think so.
Never forget.
Very good.
Never forget. So we got your emails here in a second. When you were a kid, did you go to the soda fountain and mix a bunch of flavors? Mix a bunch of flavors together. What'd you guys call it?
Suicide.
Suicide.
Yeah, suicide soda.
I didn't have a name for it.
Yep. At Hickey's Drugs.
So suicide soda is what we called it, or swamp water,
That's a good name.
or a graveyard, sewage, pop bomb, or some people called it a hurricane. Well, and where did you do it? Do you remember where? Like 7-Eleven, Quick Trip? Where?
Yeah, all the fast food places. The Lion's Choice on South Limburg.
McDonald's used to be able to do that.
Yeah. Any McDonald's, any self-serve place where my parents said, "Get whatever you want."
And you go,
There you go. This is what I want.
And what did it taste like?
Just really sweet soda.
Yeah. Like, was there a particular taste to...
I'm not
I
gonna.
bet it was pretty gross now if we tried it.
I will admit I went heavy on Dr. Pepper. My base was Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Everything else was a flavor additive.
And the trick was, if you're fortunate to have a drugstore where you can go in and have the old soda fountain kind of thing, they would make it for you, and then you have put like the cherry flavoring in it.
Yeah, the grenadine.
That way
like
it covered
syrup?
up all the gross, and it was just really good. Or so I thought.
You
I
put
don't know.
grenadine or whatever the heck it was,
Yeah.
like he's talking about, the little
Oh, yeah.
red splash.
Yeah, what they make like a Shirley Temple out of.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, McDonald's is getting rid of their self-service drink stations.
What?
Oh,
It's
so
the
there
end of
goes
an
that.
era.
The crazy machine that has like the touch screen?
Well, McDonald's is getting rid of all of their self-service drink machines.
By the way, that thing that Scott was talking about, when you do that and you have the grenadine, especially at the place that he's talking about in Shelbina, you use that to wash down ice cream. Holy,
Yeah.
holy
Kinky
kid
drugstore.
heaven!
I could imagine that being terrific.
Oh, ice cream and then just soda bomb or whatever the heck you want to call that
Everything
stuff.
was like a quarter, 50 cents. Is ridiculous.
So
I could ride my bike for years.
So McDonald's,
after all
yeah,
that.
ride it back to St. Louis.
Yeah.
McDonald's is transitioning to a system where employees will fill all cups, and they aren't taking away free refills. But they do think the system will cut back on theft and be more hygienic.
Theft? No. You know what they're doing? They're trying to increase margins a little bit. And you know how you do that? You make somebody say, "Always 2 giant scoops of ice." What's a way to save money on like little things
When they
like
put
that?
the ice in
When
for
they
you.
put the ice in. Because they're going to fill that sucker so you're not going to know the difference. It's still as heavy as all get out, but it's half frozen water.
Yeah, I always had a problem with people that got no ice in their drinks.
Yeah.
Like no ice.
Why
I
do you have
get
a problem with that?
You know why? Because I get it. They're not getting me.
Right.
At the same time, it's like you're drinking warm soda.
Yeah, but maybe that's what we like.
They're trying to
the
beat the
majority of the
system.
planet doesn't care about ice.
Okay, so get more of something you don't enjoy.
No, nobody's doing it to not enjoy it. Man, you just gotta let people do that.
They are doing their thing.
You just gotta watch out for big
I'm not
ice.
legislating.
Big ice.
Big ice ain't gonna get me.
And
That polar bear is really
and
upset.
Maybe they knew all along that those ice things don't get cleaned.
Whatever, man. Here's the biggest factor, by the way, with McDonald's. They're not necessary. Fewer people are eating inside fast food restaurants. More people are ordering for pickup through the app or for delivery through DoorDash or Uber Eats. In both those cases, employees are already filling the cups, so as they do for drive-through orders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I was talking to somebody, I'm not going to name the institution, but they said the majority of their restaurants are under 8% dine-in now. And this was a fast food, drive-through was probably maybe 20 or 30% before, and now, post-pandemic, they are down to
8% eating inside?
In the 7 and 8% actually using dining room.
Well, remember, I think we had a story a couple months ago about Taco Bells. They are getting rid of the dining rooms. A lot of them are just getting rid of the dining rooms. Yeah. And they're just going to be...
Where are you going to take girls on dates now?
Not there.
Well, I don't know. The change is not going to happen overnight, though. In fact...
Taco John's will always have a dining room.
Always. The shift will happen very slowly over the next 10 years as restaurants get updated. But so, yep, gone are the days of the McDonald's swamp waters.
You could ask somebody to do it for you. Say, hey, give me a little bit of the yellow.
And they go, what are you, psycho?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who owns Mellow Yellow? Is that Pepsi? Is that a Mellow Yellow?
No, Coca-Cola.
Oh, is it?
Coca-Cola,
maybe? I know
that was their knockoff of Mountain Dew.
All I know is if you could do the swamp water, the suicide soda, whatever, and you could just top it with a flash of Mellow Yellow. Oh,
just that extra little something.
Today's going to be good.
All right, Moon, some emails, RizShow1057thepoint.com.
Emails brought to you by Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes. No box too big or too small. Big Dick's does them all. Where I work, employees can wear earbuds while working. Every day I listen to your podcast. Every day you make me laugh and make my day bearable. Thanks for making me smile. Keep up the good work, Sharon.
Oh, thanks, Sharon.
Just starting it off with a positive.
Hey, thanks, Sharon. Appreciate you listening.
Let's follow it up with, hi, everybody. I'm hoping to take my husband out for a fun night in St. Louis, maybe the Del Mar area. We have hotel reservations near the Loop, and I'd like to do something adult for the night. I'd like to spend time with my husband at an adult establishment, no kids at all, no younger crowd. We're not swingers, but we're not opposed.
What?
But we're not opposed to being in an adults-only situation/location.
Okay.
Interesting detail.
Okay. I just want to find a place to feel free enough to enjoy my gorgeous husband in public. Can you help? When I search online, all I find is
what
results.
What the hell's going on here?
Okay, listen.
Hey, let it simmer.
I generally find nothing but strip clubs and now defunct swingers groups. But I'm looking for a classy, clothes-on, intimate, adults-only place to spend time with my husband on a Saturday night near the Loop.
We get it. You want to spend time with your gorgeous husband.
What suggestions does the Riz Show have for us? I listen daily during my commute. My husband often watches the podcast on YouTube at night, so we should be able to catch a reply on the show, but a reply would be wonderful.
Stay in the hotel.
Longtime listener who needs to stay nameless.
I got this. Go downtown. You want to go somewhere else, stay at the Moonrise Hotel next to the pageant.
They already have a hotel.
Oh, they have a hotel.
Moonrise is cool, though.
Moonrise is
Where
cool.
are they staying?
Near the Loop.
Maybe they're staying at the Moonrise. All right, so...
Perhaps.
Because I was going to say, you can go up to the top bar up there. That's really cool.
That's a cool spot.
Even the restaurant down below is really good.
That rooftop bar they have up there is a cool spot.
I don't know if they're asking for. Are they asking for something like that's in between a bar and like a swingers club?
I don't know what the hell they're asking for. They want to go dancing?
They want adult only?
Yeah,
they should go to like Bob Evans.
Is that bar still down there? The one where everybody's topless? Or did that go away?
Down in the Loop?
Yeah, what was a little place in the Loop that was like next to where they painted their
that's gone.
Their free jugging.
I didn't know
that is gone.
Did that burn down?
I don't think it burned down, but Social House still does.
Social House.
That's in the edge of Soulard.
Yeah. Now it's that place is a karaoke bar now.
Yeah, like adults only. I mean, what
are they asking for?
Go anywhere. Go to any bar.
Go to Club Diva.
Bar.
That's in the West End.
Go to the Grove.
I think it fits in order to sit upstairs, you have to be over 21 because there's a bar there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what you're looking for is very specific. You might have to leave Del Mar Loop.
It does sound a bit more grovey than loopy, right? That does sound a bit more grovey than loopy.
I agree. They need to go to the Grove and just. I mean, there's no kids down there after a certain point, like 8
What's
PM.
that vampire place? Something with an S down in the Grove.
Oh, Sanctuaria.
Well, yeah.
I think
Sanctuaria. I don't think that's been there for a while.
Yeah.
So at the restaurant?
Yeah, there's they got tapas. Sanctuary.
I don't know if that's been there for a number of years.
I think it's still there.
Is it still there?
Well,
what am I
say
thinking?
it's closed.
Maybe it was the place across the road.
But
what's the Russian place? Where they serve the Russian food.
Handlebar?
Handlebar.
Yeah.
That's a good place too.
Yeah, I love her. She's a boss. The lady that owns it. Tatiana.
Yeah, maybe the Grove.
She's
my
great.
bad.
But I mean, Blueberry
Sanctuary is
Hill.
still up.
After what time is it? It's 21 and older, and they have the big dart room. It's a great place.
Where?
Blueberry Hill.
Blueberry Hill.
Blueberry Hill.
Get out of here.
What was the place across from
It's
Sanctuary?
loaded with kids.
Not after. It's like 9 or 10. You have to be
kick
21
them out.
and older.
Man. Okay.
A lot
Yeah.
of good spots.
There's the-
Listen, you can come to my house, okay?
Oh
You
no!
want to look at your gorgeous husband? I got smart bulbs in all my lamps.
Wow.
And I'm assuming if your husband's gorgeous, you probably ain't too shabby either. Just come hang out. Me and Tina, adults
what
only
happens.
fun. We're not swingers either.
But you will set
Why are
up
you
a
winking?
tripod and
Yoink,
and
yoink.
video.
But
Whatever.
we will hang out with you if you want to. Please send pictures of your husband.
And you.
And
Forward me that email and yourself.
Yep. All right. Hope that helped. Thank you. All right. That is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. I appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you very much. Tuesday in the books. All right. Today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy Smokehouse, celebrating 15 years, locally owned, world famous, 2 locations, including Highway 70 and Mid Rivers Mall Drive in St. Peters. Everything we covered on the show today: Riz news, crap on celebrities, sports, everything that happened with the drama last night in the NFL, food news. McDonald's is removing those self-serve soda stations, so there goes the swamp water sodas. And scientists say that the classic Southern American accent. The accent is just dying out.
It's gone.
Thanks, Gen X.
I mean, it's all.
Hogwash.
Wow, nice.
I do declare it's
That's right.
leaving us.
What did you say? Check it all out on the blog and the podcast, 1057thepunk.com/Riz. The podcast is available everywhere, and it is titled, He Got It All Over His Face.
Uh-oh.
All right.
See if you can find that Easter egg.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, it was said.
Okay.
And I
you,
don't
Lern.
think
Sure
you're going to
was.
find it where you think you're going to find it.
All right.
But check it out. Podcast is available everywhere, and as well as YouTube, where you can watch the video of the show back on the playlist now.
All right.
All right is right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes.
There's a mukbang out as well today.
Oh, we're
Sort of.
mukbanging?
Number 2 show. Episode's actually live. I said it was last week.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Joey was doing some editing. It is up today. It's live right now. Chelsea Lynn, if you want to see us do a mukbang through the glory hole of a
Oh, God.
bathroom
yes.
stall,
Everybody
I
needs to see
suggest
this.
you go to YouTube right now.
Yeah, it's the number 2 show at Rafe and Chelsea Lynn mukbanging through the glory hole. It's,
Enough said.
yeah, that's
If that promo doesn't pique your interest, do you even have a pulse?
Moon, anything else?
Yeah, so Friday, 7 to 9 at Wentzville Hot Shots. We're giving away tickets. We're out there with the Finnish long drink, and we're giving away Avenged Sevenfold tickets. It's a big ticket blast. Every 15 minutes, we'll give another pair away. So come hang out, check out that drink and everything else that Hot Shots Wentzville has. And then, of course, on Saturday at high noon, the Teenage Dirtbags / Alabama Dirtbags, we're bringing Y'all Alternative. We got a 90-minute set. We're going to pack in all the heat, all the energy starting at noon at Oxfest in Washington, Missouri. And Punk Rock Christmas, December 9th at the Pageant. Tickets are on sale.
Oh, we'll get to the other plugs here. Breaking news: Aaron Rodgers suffered a complete tear of his left Achilles.
Oh, there it goes.
Complete tear.
Bye, NFL season.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Does that mean it slid up the back of his leg like Dominique Wilkins?
Yep. Bye.
They're saying congratulations on a great career.
Oh, poor guy. Dang.
Who's saying that?
People.
People online.
I mean, it's going to be hard at 39 to come back from that kind of injury.
Yeah, Beckham did it in his 30s at Milan, but it wasn't 39 and it wasn't
And
NFL.
you're not a
Wasn't
quarterback.
I was saying it wasn't NFL. I
So
know,
he
I
gets-
was getting there.
75 mil. He just gets to sleep on that. He just keeps that money.
I don't know.
Well, I'm telling you, there was a quarterback that something similar happened like this, and they said, you know what, I'll just retire. You don't have to give me the money. I don't think.
Was it Alex Smith? It may have been Alex Smith.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was, because he had that hell of a comeback from a leg that looked like a shark.
It may have
took
been
it out.
Alex Smith. But,
Yeah.
oof. Yeesh. I don't know. He may have there may be a clause in the contract like you have to take at least more than 4 snaps.
A 7-snap clause?
I don't know. It's like guaranteed money. $75 million for
Put him
2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years. Put him in the broadcast booth if he can't play. Let him do everything.
He'll get paid for that, too.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
separate
not the same
paycheck.
contract.
All right, Lauren, anything else?
Yeah, follow me on socials, Learn versus Radio, especially Instagram, because I'm going to be posting all of my Halloween decor, which is out in my house now. And I'm just going to be tagging the Riz Show in every post.
Yeah, witches.
So check that out. Yeah, witches. Where my witches at?
Rafe.
I'm good. Follow me also. I'm and yeah, all that stuff.
Okay, you'll be at Lern's house.
I'll be at Lern's house putting up a quarter.
Scott.
Yeah, when you go to Rafe's account, make sure to click on me because I follow him.
Okay,
Cool.
Yes.
cool. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Team Riz Member of the Day brought to you by Hot Shots. Proud sponsor Team Riz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Riz. From St. Charles, David.